Even this shit crank.
Cuz you trying to take my bike?
Oh, Jody Joe, what type of punch was that? I thought I taught your ass better.
I feel like kicking it down. I did this.
I mean, Charlie,
I see people over there. She feel like
you feel the spit? Hey.
No, I ain't doing that shit.
What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to the YGOC podcast, Young Guns of Comedy.
What's up?
I'm one of your co-hosts, Fatima Ming, and to my left we got,
K-Dot.
and we got,
Whisper.
and we got,
Hey, it's Charlie Wilson TV. What's up, baby?
and behind the glass curtain, as usual, we have HNS in the building.
Shalom to the people.
So we're back, YGOC. We got a good show for y'all. We're going to do our usual hot topics. We're going to find out what's wrong with K-Dot. You know, we're going to have some questions of the day. I'm going to get my 2 cents about stuff. But, you know, let's kick it off. Charlie, let's shoot the shit. What's up?
Hey, man, we going to shoot this shit off right, man. How y'all weekend going so far? Hey, we got a 3-day weekend. Shout out to MLK.
Whoop!
Player
Yeah, you know what I'm
and
saying?
everything.
We
We
said
did
whoop.
Buzz player.
Yeah, rest in peace, brother.
If we don't appreciate shit else from Martin Luther King, it is that Monday we get off. Right?
Trash.
Right.
You are trash.
Better.
for that.
Better.
We
Be
appreciate
better.
some shit, okay?
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh.
Jeez
Did a lot.
Louise. We had a busy
The
week.
light skins be y'all be
Anything
tripping.
fun this weekend?
Let's talk about Friday.
Yeah, we
Friday.
checked
Me
y'all
and
out.
KD's
on-
went out to support.
Friday, yes.
Charlie and Whisper doing their
Hey,
thing.
Shoot your
Yes.
shot Friday is an open mic spot, man.
Yeah.
I had the team come through. Young Guns of Comedy was in the building.
In the building.
Shout out to
We
Whisper
were.
that went up there and killed it, man.
She
I was
did.
so.
Yes,
let
she
me
did.
give you a round
Yeah,
of
we'll give her a
applause.
round. Everybody
Those
did
y'all-
really good.
Thank you, appreciate it.
She was being a
Really
little
good
too
job.
hard on herself, but she did a good job.
Man, I'm hard on myself. But Charlie was funny.
He was.
Oh.
He was
I thought he
hilarious.
was gonna go up with some dad jokes. I was like,
No.
oh, but
No.
he was
No.
funny. And I caught him slipping at one point in time during the show.
See that?
Oh,
She
yeah,
keep
she
me
was-
in line now.
She
Because
was
we a whole
supreme
team.
hating.
She was.
We
a little
Man, he was up there talking, and some girl got up and walked across
Oh,
the-
shit. I forgot
across
about that.
him.
She was
to,
like, he's married.
Right.
He's married.
Yeah.
You're married.
okay, because
she be
he was
looking out for
talking.
me,
No,
that's all.
you was talking a little too much, and I was like, "You're married."
Shout out to Shelly. She had a whole Shelly moment. She had
Right,
to put it
she
out
sure
there.
did.
Like,
Okay,
you're
don't
married.
talk.
Let me tell
Okay.
you what, Charlie got the coldest body roll. Like,
Yes,
this
hilarious.
nigga will outworm you any day.
Word. So shout out to Open Mic Spot. Again, shout out to Whisper Williams. If y'all haven't seen her perform live, make sure y'all come
William,
check
yeah.
her.
Yeah,
Washington.
I'm like, who was that? Was there
Who
another
was
Whisper there and we missed it?
Yeah.
We
Okay.
ain't got nothing in these
Williams.
cups. I got no excuses
Oh,
today, right?
man.
You want some,
Yeah, man.
Man.
Break
You
me
could do
off, dog.
some Jameson.
My-
Spot 35.
So that was dope. What about the rest of the weekend? Anybody else do anything fun? Obviously, Open Mic Spot was epic. It was a good show. But what about Saturday? I chilled. I had to recuperate, man. What y'all do?
Fatigue?
Working.
I went to
Trying
work.
get
I went to
this-
work.
Trying to get this Ming Cosmetics going, you know. The work of a startup entrepreneur is like shit.
look like what?
But
Man, I went and did another 15. I did 15 minutes. That shit is hard. 15 minutes. I get 10
long
minutes in.
time.
I'm like, y'all still laughing? Y'all still here? Y'all good? Like,
Hilarious.
15. I don't know how people do an hour. And some, I was watching an interview with the dude who plays Ashley Larry. I can't remember his name.
Donnell Rollins.
Donnell
yeah.
Rollins.
Yeah.
He was saying Dave Chappelle already got another hour set already. I'm just,
You
I'm
gonna
like,
get there?
man.
I mean,
longest
whew.
time. 15 minutes is a long time.
That's 15 minutes is a long time,
It's a
but
while.
that was it.
When I first started doing comedy in New York, Donnell was one of the first cats I opened up for, man. I almost peed on myself, man.
Oh my
Donnell
God.
Rollins, I was like, ah! And it was epic time. It was crazy. It was in Queens. It was another comic, Rip Michaels and stuff. And I had only been doing comedy for probably about 4 months. You know what I'm saying? I was on open mics, but I had an opportunity. Somebody was like, yeah, come through, open up.
That's
man,
how
I
it
was
go.
nervous.
For sure, for
Oh,
sure.
man. Mediocre
Man.
set, too, dog. I felt kind of trash. after that.
You're trash.
Hilarious.
It
You're
was just
trash.
decent. It wasn't
Saying,
memorable. You know
Get
what
off
I'm
the
saying?
stage.
Yeah.
You ain't in
Right,
show business.
right. It was the biggest stage I'd ever been on. You know, were you looking down on the people? It was elevated. It was one of them
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of,
Okay.
yeah, it was
yeah.
a stage. Yeah, so shout out to Donnie. I'm sorry, man. Give me another shot, dog.
Have you ever been
Hilarious.
booed?
I've never been booed, but I've gotten
Good
crickets
thing.
before. The most awkward
Yeah.
comedy show ever.
Yeah.
Would you rather have that than to get booed?
Nah, booing I think is when you just like, I don't know.
You
At least
suck.
I'm making you feel something. Shit.
Right.
But I feel like people are
Silence.
too nice now. I mean, at the Apollo, it was a
Yeah.
thing to boo, but I don't think nobody now is standing up, boo, unless you're saying something that offends someone.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you
yeah,
hurt
yeah,
someone,
yeah.
your jokes are just
Right.
trashy or nasty. Then at that point, somebody be like, hey, man, boo. And then you ain't even funny. You know what I'm saying? So that's why.
man.
It don't even be boo. It'd be like, oh, you trying to get killed? I
you
mean,
saying a little too much. I found out 2 of my friends are having babies. I'm very excited about that. I found out yesterday.
that's what's up.
One is my best friend, and hers was planned. They've been trying for a while. The other one, she just was out here being a hoe.
Damn.
How do you
Yeah,
really feel?
she up here talking about some, man, keep me in your prayers. Heck, what?
Wow.
I
Not the
ain't.
prayers.
Y'all out here trying to pray the baby away.
Right.
No.
Like, what's that mean, man?
She got pregnant and act like she
It
got
is a
life.
way to get rid of a baby. They don't have to pray on it. Clearly, somebody ain't got $300.
Okay, you
Not
stupid.
$300.
But no, I'm like, nah, she's 32. Like, I was like, go ahead and have that baby, man. Just,
Yeah.
I know the dude, he's
That's too old
whack.
for accidental
He's
babies.
he's
go ahead.
trash.
So you saying she
Okay.
old?
Shout out to the
No,
dude.
I'm not saying she old, but
Go
like,
ahead and have that baby.
But here's the thing though. Did she know he was trash before all this happened?
probably
know
trash
what I'm saying?
penis always. I mean, like good penis is always
Impregnate you.
attached. Good
that
penis
trash
is
penis.
always
I'm
attached to a
pregnant.
trash man. I tell you, you be
Damn.
like, damn,
Jesus.
I'm stuck
That sounds like somebody reading on a shirt. Good penis is always attached to the wrong. Really?
to trash.
Wow.
You be
You
like,
said trash man. I thought y'all wanted niggas with jobs. I mean,
shut up.
Right. So moving on from the trash man attached to good penis, let's get into our hot topics.
damn, I can't do
So-
nothing this weekend. Okay,
Oh,
it's
my
cool.
bad.
What
I'm
you
sorry,
do this
Kate.
weekend?
Go ahead.
Talk.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
What's
What
your
you
Saturday
got
look
going
like?
today,
Yeah,
Katie?
well,
It's fucking
My
cool.
bad.
Hot topics.
Politics.
Yeah, I'll see.
We like you though. We like you.
I'll see
My
you
bad.
next Sunday.
So, first, the WNBA/CBA agreement. So, the collective bargaining agreement has a new 8-year CBA, which commences this year, this season through 2027, which features significant investments from the league and its team aimed directly at increasing player salary and compensation, improvements to overall player experience, and resources designed with the professional female athlete.
That's
in
enough.
mind.
That's
Clearly,
enough.
I
They
didn't
get
pick
money.
this topic.
Yes,
they get money.
They
It's
now.
a
get money.
53%
Right.
increase in the
Yeah.
total cash compensation.
Yeah, they get money
So,
now.
yeah.
That is well deserved.
Damn.
And if you didn't know, I played basketball myself.
If you missed
if
the
it wasn't
memo,
obvious.
She's a hooper.
Right. No, I wanted to bring it up because those ladies have been playing professionally for a long time and they were not getting no bread. Like,
Yeah,
it was just unfair. So,
yeah.
because niggas be having.
You heard that, fellas. It's time to trap you an WNBA player
I
now.
can't.
I mean,
Yeah.
good
Go
luck.
ahead. Hey, it's time to go and get up in there.
Good luck.
Hey,
Don't do it.
oh,
Don't do it.
See
Ni-
that? You gotta
90
shoot your shot at
You
least.
don't want to be rude, but I feel like 99.9% is not with the shit.
Not with him?
I
Hey.
feel your percentage is off.
Fellas, it's 2020. Everybody's open. They're
I
looking
mean,
for some
yeah,
consistency.
You know what I'm saying? You never
Right.
know until you shoot your shot.
Right.
If you look
never
like
know.
me, don't shoot your shot. However, they do occasionally look like them.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So shoot your
I
shot.
can't.
You know what I'm saying?
never
but
know, you never
congratulations
know.
to the WNBA. Like, you
That's
know what I'm
good.
saying? Like, they really
Yeah,
need
with
to
this
get
new
bread.
agreement, they can earn like around 3
Right.
times what their current max is. So
I
get
mean,
money.
3
Get your
times-
checks.
Wow.
Get your
3
coins.
times nothing is always a lot.
So, but my question, besides K-Dot, who else watches the WNBA?
Wow, you a super hater.
That was like, you ain't have to put
I
that out there
actually
like
watched the
that. There
You
you
watch
go.
it?
There you
Oh.
go.
Saying, like,
One other person who watches sports
wow,
just because
and
he likes
this-
sports.
This is why they wasn't getting paid.
See?
You know
Come
what
on,
I'm saying?
let's not do that.
I'm
Like,
actually-
You did it.
Right.
I'm saying that's.
I'm actually.
I
I,
mean-
plan on taking my daughter to a WNBA game.
You
soon.
should. Like,
Real
you know what I'm
soon. We
saying?
gonna
How
go
old
over
is
and see
she?
her. She's
How-
7 years old.
She should have been at a
Let
game.
me, but let me be honest with y'all.
They be open.
Let me be honest with y'all. The real reason that I'm taking her is obviously I wanted her to see women in a good light and hooping and doing their thing too. But I had to check the prices on them Laker tickets first, nigga. And I was
You
like, God
do
damn,
Wow.
$200 a person, baby.
So you gonna take her and
You
be
finna
like,
go see the
this where the Lakers
the
really
Sparks?
play though. You watching the Sparks, but
We
this
finna
is
go
where
see
the
the
Lakers
Spark.
play.
Right.
Yeah, hey,
What?
This is
Watching
better
the
anyway, baby.
Sparks.
Look at these women out here.
right. You know what I'm
Killing it.
saying? No, I mean, I
doing
get
their
it.
thing.
Like, low key, do you want to see bitches dunking? Like,
I have a question, K-Dot.
Yeah, what's
well,
up?
to K-Dot's point, though, I go to WNBA games, and most of the time you see dads and their daughters.
Yeah, I'm
You don't
with it.
see too many women at the WNBA game. So y'all should try to support.
No, I do support.
But,
Like,
I
you
ain't
know what I'm
supporting
saying?
nothing.
But they don't market it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look how much branding and marketing is for the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But clearly, somebody making money off the WNBA.
Oh, for sure.
Because it exists.
Right,
So my
for
thing
sure.
is like, pay these women. They pay you getting paid off of them. Pay these women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
You can get more money.
Yeah,
Man, Winston. Just for that, bitch, I'm gonna take you to a WNBA game.
Hey, we all going. Let's
gonna
get
go.
some
We
seats,
gonna
nigga.
go.
Because
What
for
do
about
you think?
$90, we could probably be right up.
Man.
Right up in there. I'm trying to.
All right.
$90 all together.
Y'all making these jokes with
I wanna go.
With a 6'10" bitch be at your comedy show.
I'm with the shit.
So what you say about the WNBA? I love it. I
I'm
just
going.
Exactly. A whole different.
Hey, you cannot hate on me for
She ain't gonna punk
appreciating the
me.
price
the
point.
time.
It don't even have to be WNBA. We could have been talking about arena football. They can get it
Man.
too. I go to
Oh,
arena game.
yeah.
Let's go.
I know a lot of hood niggas that's in the arena
Shit.
football.
See what I'm
It's
I
like,
ain't watching that. Huh? Trying to find you a
How
husband.
many? Hey, she said she know a lot of them. How many games you hit up?
I've been like 2, but that was when somebody I was dating was doing arena football. That's the only reason.
So you was on the fence.
Patty fence.
Go, baby.
Like that meme from Arthur from DW. She was looking out the fence.
He gonna make it to the league. That's my boo.
One day he gonna get in there.
Right.
Lord.
Arena football.
All right, moving on. So, Bad Boys for Life was released
Bad who?
this weekend. Bad Boys for Life.
Bad Boys for life.
It came out.
I
this
heard it's
weekend.
good. I heard it's good.
So, including the Thursday night, so far the first day it made $23.5 million.
That's surprising.
Good job. Good job.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
They gonna make the
Bad
bread.
boys.
Yeah.
Bad boys.
So Will and
They
Martin was
fat,
on the
fat boys now.
Stop. They're not
Oh,
that
my
bad.
nigga.
They're not that
That
bad.
bank account fat too,
Right?
right?
Exactly.
Big
So that's
fan.
all that
Yeah.
matters. So they had a Breakfast Club interview, Will and Martin. So how do y'all think that was? I think it was pretty cool.
It was a good interview, man.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was good to see for me being just a kid who saw both of them, you know what I'm saying, at Martin and the Fresh Prince. It was good to see them still sitting together, still working, still creating, and able to still get along, even though they was both different. Man, did you see how they asked them whose show was the best? You know, what
Yeah.
show?
It's
I was like, oh, shit.
Man,
Yeah.
Martin.
That
Don't
was,
hurt no feelings.
Right.
this has been Will Smith's press run. Martin is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. He's just like maybe he's an introvert or
He
something.
is,
but
because he was so chill.
he
Yeah.
don't
Like, the whole
talk.
interview,
I
he
was
really
like, this
talked.
is Will's interview.
Yeah.
I thought it was really
Do you
good.
know, like, have you known? I haven't known Martin to be a mass interviewer, even
Yeah,
throughout
yeah,
his
yeah.
career.
That's not his
Like,
thing,
you know
I
what I'm
don't think.
saying?
I mean, when he was at the height, I was a child, so I wasn't.
Yeah,
really
that's what I'm
paying
saying.
attention.
So, like, but you follow Will Smith, right?
Mhm,
See,
yeah.
when she started watching Martin, it was all reruns at that time. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
She
yeah.
still got
You know
young.
what I'm saying?
You was there from the beginning.
Now she finna make us feel old. You know
Shots
what I'm
fired
saying? So
from
we
the
grew
ground
up.
up.
You know what I'm saying?
From the foundation.
She ain't even seen a thin line between love and hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Unless they
you know
air it
what
on
I'm saying?
BET or something.
Yeah, I watched it on Netflix on the
You don't
flight
know
one
what
time.
an airbest movie is.
Wow. She don't even know.
You probably worked at Blockbuster. Huh?
Ah,
Oh, my nigga.
Not
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
I rented to your mama.
She said she was stealing them tapes. She was stealing them tapes. Remember that 7-day rentals? Like, who's watching shit for 7 days?
Man.
Yeah.
Black
Nobody.
people.
Black people and keeping it.
Like,
my
taking
my
this shit
auntie
back to the
still
front.
got Blockbuster more
Damn.
DVDs.
Man, them
This is
cartridges-
not the cover to this movie. Take this back.
But no, I thought the interview was really, really
That was
good.
dope. It was.
Really, you know, Will be saying some stuff, man. He be this whole press run. He's been like dropping gems, and the best thing that I heard him say was, you can't over succeed your way out of childhood trauma.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That was good.
Because you try to outwork and with your success,
Yeah.
and if I just do this, all that stuff isn't going to be a problem. You
Yeah,
don't have
yeah.
to deal with it, but
Yeah.
it's going to haunt you.
Yeah. And it's like I've heard him say before in other interviews, like you'll be looking for somebody in the crowd who's not there. Like you looking for somebody in the cheering section that's never gonna be there. You know, your whatever your childhood trauma is. And that shit was deep to me because I be doing that too, thinking like y'all don't know.
Well,
But I used to be
that's-
much heavier, and I was heavy all through like my youth and stuff. And so I be doing that in my head, like I'm gonna get to this level and I'm gonna shit on them, I'm gonna show them, and you know you can't do that. Like
No,
you gonna
you
get there and still not be
Right.
You
happy.
gonna always
Happy.
be that person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's who made you. Like,
Yeah.
that's what motivates you to be who you're
Trying to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to be.
Towards-
So you just gotta like, you just gotta remember like. Everybody who talked to me about me when I was little, they still feel the same way. So I
Yeah.
can't be successful and be like, yeah, look at my big eyed ass now. Like,
Right.
they don't care.
But-
Oh my God.
And as crazy as it sounds, it's weird though. But that's what a lot of us do though. It's those childhood memories that we feel like we have to go and
Yeah.
burst out of. I feel like for a lot of people, it's mostly probably black people.
Yeah.
White people probably they don't walk around here like they got something to prove to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they just maybe a little bit more chill. But I
Yeah.
think for black people especially, it's kind of like nah, like I'm gonna shine. You gonna see it. We gonna Snapchat that shit. You ever see
Yeah.
one of your followers go on vacation and never went nowhere before?
Well, yeah, the
just
whole
doing the
time,
most.
nigga.
We're like
You
this
be
shit
like,
ain't necessary.
You
Yeah.
can't even swim.
Like
Why
at the
you?
carousel? I'm on the tarmac.
Wow.
I'm getting up. I'm
Yeah.
going. Like,
Right.
man,
I
my
didn't even
nigga,
know
we
your
know.
every move. It's not
Like,
that.
oh my God, you
Show
finally
some
got
shit
your
from
passport.
vacation.
Okay,
Right.
finally out here.
Relax.
But
I'm just not finna get mine, so I get it too. I'm
You
one of them
trash.
niggas.
I've had my passport
Nice.
since 12, nigga.
Oh, nice.
I've been out here.
Nice.
Man.
AKA, military baby, but still, I was out
Word.
She said,
here.
I've been out here.
Girl, bye.
They was just packing you up. That was vacation. We moving.
Oh, that's funny.
But which show did we prefer, Fresh Prince or Martin?
Man, Martin for me all day,
Martin
every
actually
day.
Yeah.
for me. I can't really get with Fresh
Fresh
Prince.
Prince.
Like
Fresh Prince.
Somebody had
Yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I love
That's
because
you had a 2-parent family.
exactly. Yes.
that.
For
I did
real.
too. What you
No,
say?
no,
Oh,
no.
you did for TV?
Oh well.
Oh, 42
Ooh,
kids.
ooh,
Oh, okay.
ooh. I had a 2-parent household.
I had a stable
Let me touch
household.
my pearls.
Ooh.
Well, shit, I can't tell.
Judgment.
Shit.
Yeah, I
Um,
like Martin too.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely had to say.
Martin was
Fresh Prince
good
cool,
because
but-
it was funny and he had all these different characters. But I
Right.
feel like Fresh Prince was more of a well-rounded show
Yeah,
where
it
it
was.
had jokes, it had a
Right.
message,
Right.
and all of that stuff.
Yep.
And
you can
that
watch it with the whole fam.
I couldn't
More.
relate. I mean,
Fresh
no,
Prince?
for real.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't relate to Fresh Prince, so that's why it wasn't as funny to me.
Yeah.
But like, I could relate to Martin because I knew somebody who may have been Shanae or
Right,
somebody like
right,
that.
right.
Like,
That's
my
good.
nigga, I don't know. I didn't know nobody with no butler. A black one at that.
But I
Yeah.
think that was one of the concepts of the show, though. It was to show a new aspect
Yeah.
of black
Like,
people in a new
can-
light
Yeah.
that we haven't seen before. And I think for me too, it was kind of cool seeing black people that kind of had money, had it going. I was kind of like, oh shit, okay, but and then what's gonna get thrown out the house? I was like, oh shit, that
Oh.
house is huge.
What did
So
y'all
it's cool.
think? Do y'all remember when they changed Aunt Viv's?
Little
People were
switcheroo.
upset.
That first Aunt Viv was handsome. I see why they changed
Oh,
it.
so she got some strong feet.
When she hit the little bop, like them shoulders was strong. I was like,
See,
oh,
and that's why they should.
what a
They
what a
should've
handsome
changed.
woman.
They shouldn't have
So
changed our
done.
feel. Damn, colorism is still going on.
Living proof.
Right.
They didn't even try and get like an Aunt Viv that kind of looked like the
like
other
her.
one. They was like,
No.
let's go light
Well,
skin.
if we go in there, Family Matters got rid of a whole kid.
Oh
Right.
yeah. Remember he had a
Somebody
little
Richie?
sister.
Lil Richie?
No, on Family Matters he had a
Lil Richie?
no.
Laura
That was,
and
They
Eddie
had-
had a little sister.
she had a little sister.
sister.
She
Oh yeah.
she went
He
upstairs
don't even
after.
Oh my God, y'all blowing my
I
mind on that.
can't.
Where is that girl?
Yes,
So,
dead.
like,
No, I'm just
yeah,
joking.
about, like,
She ain't had no
She did.
lines.
Oh, somebody said she did porn or something.
Whoa.
No, maybe
I
that
think
was
she
somebody
did.
else.
not
think it
somebody.
You
was
finna have our
the
followers
internet.
looking
The internet.
The internet.
Porn.
said she
Damn.
did porn.
Damn.
Well, let's get H&S's 2 cents. You prefer Martin or Fresh Prince?
Right. Yeah, yeah. If you prefer black Viv or light skin.
I'm gonna go with Martin.
Yeah.
Just because it was good to see black love on TV.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So I think
Yeah.
that everybody
With
can
a
relate to
light
that.
skinned girl, I see what you're talking
Hey.
about. Okay.
I mean, but you had
Pink
Pam,
skin.
you had Pam and Tommy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Man,
just
what's
joking,
up?
I'm
You
Yeah.
had Cole and Big
Colin
was
and
bad.
Big
Big
Shirley?
Shirley. Yeah.
That was so disrespectful. They would make the whole room shake.
Right.
Dang.
That type of show wouldn't
You
sit
not
well
big
now.
no more.
Probably
All
not.
right.
Probably not.
I'm
You
over here
lost
working
weight.
through trauma and shit.
Fuck.
That is so funny. I mean, Martin was a very good show. What was your favorite episode? Everybody has a favorite episode.
Man,
Ah,
the
shit.
New Jack City
Too
one.
many.
Oh,
with the
yes.
dog.
And when that dog fell over,
Yeah,
he was
boy.
like, stay. I was cracking up.
That's hilarious.
That
That
is-
was a funny one. I like the one where he had to go to the DMV.
Oh yeah,
That
and,
is
the,
hard.
And he
the
started
dude,
trying to
yeah,
pull. I'm just gonna peel. Ah!
yeah, and the dude was like, "Hey, what is it, brown sugar?"
It's like,
It was
your
something
brown
chocolate. I can't remember.
Right.
Chocolate
Almond or
almond,
something.
chocolate
Chocolate almond or
almond.
some shit. I'm like, oh no.
Billy
Let me
Evans.
tell you-
Billy
Oh
Evans.
no.
Let me tell y'all something. Just side note. Side note.
Side note.
Gay niggas don't get at straight men like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
Definitely not.
I'm sorry, gay men. I say gay niggas, but you know,
Yeah.
y'all know. I'm not.
Yeah,
Just being
straight dudes
regular.
always think a
Well,
gay
they
dude
do,
like
like,
That's
them.
it's
like,
very exaggerated.
How
I
do
tell
they
Yeah.
do? I think now they just make conversation and act like you cool, and then one day just
Yeah.
I don't know, grab your hand or something. I'm not really
And
sure.
the thing
what
about it is,
Grab your hand.
I'm not really sure.
We've been talking for 8
But
months.
it's not like that. But it's not like that no more. You're right.
but I don't think it was ever like that where gay men were going at
No, I mean
straight men.
it was for comedic purposes.
Yeah, of course, but
right,
they don't-
Right.
Some people really think
That's how it be, and
happens.
it's like
Right.
no,
I
that's
would
a
hope not.
whole community, and they usually, as far as dating, will stay in that. You will have some gay dudes who purposely go after straight men.
Right.
I have a friend who does that, and
Bring him on the show.
but yeah, most of the time it don't happen that way. But that was a good. My favorite character, Martin, was Black Belt Jones. Is
Black
that his
Belt
name?
Jones.
Dragonfly Jones.
Dragonfly.
Hilarious. He gonna come by. It's a pleasure for you to meet me. Like, sir, what are you talking about? Like,
What?
no.
Silence.
You always get your
Silent.
You always get his
With
ass
his
whooped by his
little-
student.
Nah,
Crazy.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
No,
pretty
that's
much anything that Jerome was in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah,
Jerome
he
was
was just character.
funny.
Ooh, ooh.
That was
Them
good.
church socks pulled all the way up. He was
Hilarious.
Shanae is in for me. Like,
Yes.
Oh,
she was
Shanae.
hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Too classic, dog.
What
But
a-
that's cool.
What about Fresh Prince when Will got shot?
That
he
was
was in the
so
hospital?
dramatic.
Yeah,
Yes.
he
I
had some
saw that
touchy
one.
moments
He
on
had some
Fresh
Yeah.
teardroppers in
Yeah.
that show for sure.
When he didn't have a dad.
Woo,
I
shit.
got a dad, and I still cry about that. shit.
Hey, when he
Hey,
said,
real
hey,
talk.
dog, everybody throat clogged up. He
Yeah.
said, "How come he don't want me, man?"
Yeah.
It's
Oh
like,
my
ah!
gosh.
I was like, because that nigga's been Marine.
Ben Vereen. I remember crying hard off of that, and my brother was like, "Your parents are in the other room. Like, you can't
why are
relate
you
to this.
upset?
You
Right.
middle class
Right.
ass bitch.
But
Like,
that's the
stop."
acting though that you were affected
Man,
like
he
that.
was-
I did that. That was one of the first monologues I ever did. When I
Oh,
first started doing
every
acting,
nigga.
Everybody got that shit in their phone
Yeah.
somewhere.
Every nigga does.
Can't think of shit
Yo,
else.
remember the episode where Carlton got hood? He
Oh,
left him
yeah.
with
Oh,
the-
yeah.
He
And
had
what
the
if-
prove. He had something to prove.
He had the little.
Yeah.
But he still had like a silk shirt on. I was
Yeah.
just like, my nigga, you housing or you gangbanging?
I know.
That
And
shit
where
was
they say he was going? What park is that?
Some park. Oh yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
MacArthur Park.
MacArthur Park.
She was like,
yeah.
MacArthur Park.
Yeah.
I remember when I was gonna move out here. No, MacArthur Park. I seen an apartment for like $800, but it was across from MacArthur Park, and I was
You see what you did, Will?
You saved her. And then she moved to the valley. I'm going to NoHo.
I'm going to NoHo. Oh
Carlton
man,
got his teardrops in MacArthur Park, man. We can't go
Man.
there.
Yeah. It's crazy to see. Martin is still very big, and I'm bringing this up because they were saying how Will Smith might have got paid more than Martin, and so it's so weird to see from when the first Bad Boys was to now. It's like Will is clearly the star out of both of them. You know what I mean? Or as far as box office money and stuff. So it's just weird because Martin at that time was the
Right.
shit,
Right.
Right.
and then he did all them bad
But
movies.
but you bring up a really good point, and this is for all of the comics and all of the potential entertainers and all this shit. But Will said also something too, like he's like, I want to wake up every day and feel good about me, and feel good about my life, and feel about where I am, and feel about where. The moment you start comparing all that kind of stuff, I guess that's where it goes crazy because Martin just has to embrace his process and where he is and what he has accomplished and what he did do. The moment he start comparing the box office, he gonna feel like a loser, and there's no reason why Martin should feel anywhere close
Right.
to. You know what I'm saying? That just because their paths were a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's true.
I mean, I personally feel that we're different. Like, we'll just maneuver better. Like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but at the end of the day, like, rich is rich. Like to me, there's no level of
Yeah,
The
yeah.
money is.
I
the
think
money.
it is until you
I
get
think
rich.
there is, cause fucking people sending what was that shit? Jay-Z sent like an expensive bottle,
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
$5,000 bottle to all his friends,
I
and
mean,
that was his
like-
invitation.
It was a Rolex.
Rolex. Right.
That's a different level of rich.
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, but he
and it
got
makes a difference.
But
you
like
know?
Right. But
like when you ain't got nothing.
right.
Any like I'm speaking on me, like
Mm-hmm.
any level of like I'll never compare because I'll be like I'm in a better
Right,
situation
right.
than I ever was in
Right,
before.
right.
Yeah,
So like I
that's
think that's
true.
what Will was saying, like
Right.
as far as like I want to feel good about me and like what I'm doing, like it ain't about comparing, it's about being content. Like
Exactly.
be content with what you got. Like
Exactly.
once you not content with what you have, then you unhappy.
Exactly.
And it
Yeah.
don't matter about the money, in
Yeah.
my opinion. That's
Yeah.
what
You
I'm saying,
dropping gems.
No, that's
Okay,
exactly
yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah.
is right
once
there.
you get rich, like once I'm rich, I'm rich. Like
Yeah.
I'm not broke no more. For me, it's like once I can pay my bills on time, shit, I'm happy.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
that's
right.
true.
That's it.
It's crazy. They asked him on there, "Oh, do you care that you're still banned from SNL?" And he was like, "I don't give a fuck."
Yeah, don't
Like,
give a fuck.
and that blew my mind because as a comedian, that's one of the things on your bucket list or that you want to work for
What did you
SNL.
get banned from SNL for?
He didn't get banned from SNL. I think he
It
got
was
banned from the station.
Yeah.
And they ended up later apologizing. And it was something that went wrong when he was supposed to do SNL.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
But it blows my mind. Like, he don't give a fuck about SNL. Like, I guess when you get to a certain place and you do pretty much think everything that you want to achieve, certain things don't mean as much. But
I don't think SNL is remotely as funny now as it used to be anyway.
no, it's just a
right, one of those,
check off of
yeah,
your
yeah,
off
yeah.
of your
One of those things to do, I
thing.
guess.
Yeah.
If that's on your list.
Yeah,
If it's,
like,
if
I
it's
don't
on your
think
list.
But
he
that's the
pressed
thing.
about it.
Everybody starts worrying about what should be on his
Yeah.
list. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
At the
yeah.
end of the day, when it comes back to what you said about just being content, he's like, I ain't worried about that shit.
Right.
They asked Martin, it's like, Martin, is Netflix hit you up? You think about doing Netflix place? He was like, yeah, maybe. We might get to it. I'm sure I can maybe do one if I wanted to, but I want it to be right. And hey, Martin, salute to you for waiting till it's right because you know how it is for some comics that take some time off and then come back.
Yeah.
Hey,
Or they'll
you
just do
know.
anything
Question.
for a check.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck
You
up
want it
your
to be
situation.
right.
Stress is stress. If
So-
you stressing, you stressing. So.
Question: Is Martin Lawrence on your list of a top 5 comic?
God damn it, we're not finna do this.
Ah,
He's
say
on
it.
mine.
Say it. He's not on mine.
Of course he's not. You're a
We
different
talking about top 5
generation.
comics of all time.
I'm sorry, what?
Top 5 comics of all time. Is Martin Lawrence on your list?
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not on mine.
Yeah.
As
Well,
a
guess who
comic,
ain't
I don't
doing-
think you should say that on air.
Guess who's gonna go get no
Right.
movies with Martin?
Right.
And I mean, okay, he's in my top 10, but he's not in my top 5.
Good job, clean it
I don't
up.
even think he would put himself in the top 5.
Oh my God, we speaking on somebody else.
I'm just saying, he seems like
Conversation's
he,
going left.
just he
Go ahead,
seems.
Whisper.
No, I'm saying he
Get your top
seems.
5.
He seems
Yeah,
like
but
a
now we gotta get on
humble.
top 5. Now we got the top 5.
He seems like a humble dude. Like he know that there are comics that are better than him
But everybody knows there are comics
Right.
that are better than
or
them.
much better.
But again, we're going back to Whisper.
I'm dying to hear this
who
now,
didn't
Whisper.
see
Okay.
Martin until whenever. So did you even
How
see Def Comedy Channel?
Dare you?
And all that?
I
Yeah,
have
he was
seen
a
Def
host
Comedy
of
Jam.
Right,
I
Def
did-
Comedy Jam, the original Def
That was
Comedy
a,
Jam.
okay. That was
Yeah.
a
You
different time.
gotta know
That's what I'm
where
saying.
he
Like
went.
you have to make sure you say it was a different time.
It was a
Oh,
different
man.
time.
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
his expectation probably wouldn't be on your list.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Maybe for the people.
But-
yeah, okay, for the people.
Exactly.
It's definitely
But
a
he's-
different
You grew
time
up
too.
with a comedian,
All,
so you
I just
have
want
a very
I need
collective.
to. That's why I'm a little offended by this, but I need to hear.
But
Whisper's
it's-
top
Oh,
5.
man.
We gotta hear a
My
top
top
5.
five-
Oh, man.
Right.
I don't even think I have a top 5. I would
But
say.
you know Martin ain't in it. I'm sorry, Martin. God
Damn, yeah.
Just throw
I
that
mean,
out
he's
there.
not somebody who I'm like, I want to go watch them and study them.
So who,
Girl,
if you
I
got free
would
tickets to go
say-
see
Who's your
anybody,
top three?
right,
Who's your
anybody
top
right now?
three?
What's your
Yeah.
top 3?
Who's your top
Whisper?
Free tickets, who you want to go see
Top
right
3.
now?
Bernie Mac,
Okay.
Respect.
Yeah.
Dave
Rest in
Chappelle,
Okay.
Okay.
Patrice O'Neal.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good top. That's a good
Yeah,
top
that's
3.
a
I
good-
can't.
that's
That's
a
a
good
good
top
top 3.
And all of their styles are completely different from mine. So I like to watch other people and see how they work and see how they make people laugh.
Can you do 2 more after that? Now I'm really interested to hear a 5. That we together do.
I can't even think of a 5. Amanda Seales is definitely on my list.
That's
funny.
this generation, yeah.
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 And I can't think of like somebody who I would put as like the best. I can't think of a 5th one. It'll come to me. One will come to me.
Well, Mike Epps.
My 5th
I
one will
think
come
he's
to
funny.
me.
I think Mike Epps is hilarious. I think he's funny.
Okay.
Well, while we're waiting for it to come to
All
her, let's get
Yeah,
into
y'all can go. Y'all talk
the-
about y'all's top shit. Y'all putting the pressure on me.
Yeah, I
Everybody
mean,
put
when
the
you
pressure
started
on
it
you.
with the,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, go ahead.
Just see what out there that
had to see what your thinking was at the end.
We're gonna let this
No
temper
debate.
down.
No debate. Y'all just
that
going
was
with
a solid
it.
top three. Patrice
Okay.
Mack, solid. Bernie Mac, solid. I've always been a big fan of Bernie and all of that. So
It would go super deep, like you know what I'm saying, comedic style. While like stand up, man, you can. Eddie Murphy is.
yeah, definitely.
Can we,
Top five.
K-Dot, as a comic, can we get you a top 5, please?
I won't give you my top 5. I'll give you my top 3.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy, and this is me because like I like to go based on like stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Murphy, Robin Harris, and y'all probably don't know who that is.
I know who
but-
that is. Yeah.
And Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Because Dave Chappelle, they jokes, but they be knowledge. Like,
Yeah.
pay attention. So
Yeah.
those are my top 3.
Charlie.
No, this ain't about me, man.
This is
What's
about
the
you.
next- what's the next
He don't
thing?
be wanting to move
All
on.
right,
All right.
Or no, I got a question. Okay, you have to answer this one since you didn't want to do the other
But
one.
I really like your top 3. I
Okay,
honestly, I like
you
your
got to
top
answer
3.
this question. Who is a very known and paid comic, but you think they're overrated?
Why would she even put me in this position?
Yeah, I wouldn't
Why would
answer
she
that.
even do that?
Don't answer it.
See?
Go ahead.
See that? I'm the new kid
Don't
out here.
feel
Now I'm
pressure,
already
Charlie.
gonna
You
be-
don't have to answer it.
Who
Or
is
just
overrated?
a comic,
Somebody
just a
that's like-
comic you think is overrated and is overhyped.
You a comic. You can say whatever,
But-
my nigga.
Well, facts. I'm just trying to think about who, because here's why I have a hard time with that. Is because it's hard for me to say that someone's not funny or overrated.
He always
because
come with
they
the political.
Because they getting
But
bread, they
here's the
making
thing,
money, making
that's
moves.
not
But I
gonna stop
understand what
they
you're saying.
bread. Like
Yeah.
I'll say who I'll think is if you say who yours is, and I won't feel no type of way about it. But I'm not gonna be
Maybe-
the first person.
Maybe we could rephrase it because I feel where Charlie's
yeah,
coming from.
maybe
So maybe we
rephrase
could
it.
say what big comedian right now is just not your type of comedy.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, that makes
maybe
sense.
not my.
That's not the question that
But
I
I think
asked.
there's a lot. I think there's a
But
lot. of
over,
those.
we can't say overrated
But
because
think
we're
about
not we're not consensus of what the level of overrated is.
Right,
so
right,
like,
right.
no, we can't say
Man,
somebody's
they don't want
overrated.
to play no type of
She
game.
said-
They
she said they don't
want
wanna
the
get their hands
political.
dirty.
It's not no
She
type
said
of
that.
shit. At
Sheesh.
the end of the day, like you
I'm-
ain't finna stop
Put it
my
this
bread.
way. Put it this
Yeah,
way. Put it
that's-
this
that's
way.
I'm like,
Of
let's-
all the Netflix specials that are on Netflix, we don't watch them all. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of them. But there's gonna be some
Sheesh.
people that you just don't feel like. I may not watch it. They
Yeah.
cool. Or if I
But
watch
I'll
it,
say
cool. If not,
to
no big
me,
deal for
like,
sure.
everybody's not everybody's cup of tea. I'll be
Right.
like, my nigga,
Right.
I'm not watching that because you're not funny to me.
But there's certain people where it's gonna be like, I'm
Right.
gonna watch it. Like Chris Rock special, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Mike Deion Cole, I'm a fan of his special. Oh, I want to see that. I like his, he's a good writer, so good content. I'm a fan of Deion. I'm gonna watch it.
you want some controversy?
You know what I'm saying?
She wants some controversy.
She
Go
wants
ahead.
some.
No, I don't
Fatima.
want. I don't want no
Fatima.
controversy. I just
Fatima
thought.
mean.
Mike
Yes,
Epps,
ma'am.
I'm gonna see it. He got
We
the
talk.
energy, got
Alright,
the fire.
so-
Gonna bring it.
Did Charlie? Did you give your top 3?
No, I didn't.
No,
Go
he's.
ahead.
See, I tried to.
I'm sorry, go
I'm trying to be
ahead.
You
politician.
said you
up
didn't
here.
want to answer it.
I said I like her top 3. I'm just gonna.
You just gonna go with
All
mine?
right, so
Uh,
moving on because
Yeah,
you being
man.
scary.
Everybody
So,
over here being a bitch.
interesting, interesting story. So, the governor of Utah halts distribution of condoms with suggestive slogans / humor that were part of a campaign for HIV prevention, stating he understands the importance of safe sex promotion, but he doesn't approve of sexual innuendo as part of a taxpayer-funded
My
campaign.
nigga, it's because it's a
And he's
Mormon
asked for campaign
state.
rebranding.
They're Mormons.
I'm confused. Like, if it's condoms, dude, like anything is going to be sexual innuendo. So
No,
it's
they
like,
said
as long as they're
stuff.
using it,
Did
right?
Did you say? But I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
Did
like
you-
some
did
like
you-
some examples was like on one of the packages there was a picture of a bed and it said this is the place, and another one it had mountains on it and it said enjoy your mountain MOUNTIN, and he
And
thought
one
they would
of
be
them
offended.
said like it's Utah, but it was like all
With
right, Utah
Yeah.
sex.
I can't.
So I thought,
Hilarious.
I thought it was cool. Like
I did too. I'm like, what's the
like-
problem? As long as people use it,
but
like it's fine.
But I'm not surprised. Like BYU makes their players sign. What do you call those?
Non-
things?
Purity,
Disclosures, though?
purity.
No, yeah, like purity. They can't have sex.
Yeah.
So I was just like, man.
So he'd have been okay with the promotion of safe sex, but they can't have slogans on them.
What,
Like,
they feel like that
I'm
was
confused.
overselling it or something?
Yeah.
He just felt like it was inappropriate,
He said
allegedly, to
he-
have the sexual jokes on it.
Oh, okay.
I feel like if you're looking at condoms, you might as well see, whatever
My
it says is on
Yeah.
there.
Niggas don't even if you don't ask, they probably ain't pulling no condom out.
Exactly.
I got this cool condom. You want me to
Look at the
Right.
caption on it.
Right.
I
I'm gonna
can't.
put this in you. Yeah, man.
Yeah, dudes
That's
will,
Utah.
trash.
Clearly in Utah, they be really thinking too much
Exactly.
into
They're
Yeah,
trying to
exactly.
promote it.
Yeah, they're trying to promote, kids buying
just
them.
let
I
it
guess.
happen.
Younger people, I'm trying to make it catchier.
Right. Well, I mean,
So,
I
I can't knock
thought
that
it
either.
was funny. I thought the kids would probably enjoy it. But
But apparently not. He was being a hater.
But
so.
low key, who fucking in Utah?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit.
Ain't
Somebody.
nothing else to do. That's where all
Right.
the sister wives and shit is.
Somebody
And
gotta
they
be
got
getting
like
in.
5 fucking kids per wife.
Oh,
no,
yeah. So,
can't.
you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody reading them condoms.
no,
Ain't
clearly
nobody
not.
opening them condoms.
I can't.
All right, so
H&S said we need to take
Yeah.
a break.
we're gonna take a break for like 5 minutes or so, y'all. Maybe
All right.
more, maybe less, but we'll be back.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace.
Them comics.
Paving this shit crank. Cuz you trying to take my bike?
Oh, Shorty Joe, what type of punch was that? I thought I taught your ass better.
Hey guys. Hey guys, it's Shelly Rio from Hey guys, it's Shelly Rio from Rollout Digital. We have a new sponsor named Rodney, and he has these awesome straws. They're made out of grass. They're called grass straws, and you can get them at grassstraw.net. And make sure you use the code D3 so they know that Rollout Digital sent you.
Paving this shit crank.
It's your boy Speedy,
And Shelly Rio,
and we're here to tell you guys all about
the 2020 Comedy Cruise.
going down July 30th to August 2nd. Leaving out of Long Beach, going to Ensenada, Mexico. We have 2 big comedy shows. A lot of comedians on the show. You're going to love it. And we're also doing a blue pajama jam. That's blue pajama jam. Where everybody got to wear blue because it's his birthday. You got to wear it too.
Anyway, or you can come to my game night with Shelly Rio, which is going to be a lot of fun.
And so she says. We're also going to have our girl Alice is doing a workout. So you can get your workout on, have some fun, and enjoy yourself on vacation. Again, it's going down July 30th to August 2nd. Leaving out of Long Beach, going to Ensenada, Mexico.
Yeah, so make sure you get your deposits in. You have less than 30 days before they go up. So all you have to do is email rolloutdigital@gmail.com. That's rolloutdigital@gmail.com.
See you on the cruise.
Cuz you trying to take my bike?
Oh, Shorty Joe, what type of punch was that? I thought I taught your ass better.
Paving this shit crank. Alright, so on Monday, niggas finna drop that motherfucker like everybody else on the beat. I swear.
Alright, I feel it. I think I gotta go. Say, big homie.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he was talking about me. What you say when he said that? You ain't even get him, you ain't even scrap. I don't see a bruise, I don't see a scratch. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Tell your partner something, he run his mouth. Put him on the lid, sleep on the couch. Cut off when he sleeps, he run his mouth. That's why I trust me. Dude's 5 for my granny, but it's rusty. Adios on that bread, just like lunch meat. Get hung like a rope if you jump me. Hunting, we go hunting. And we'll treat a line like a turkey. Hurt me, you can't hurt me. 2, 3 going through Hercules. Let me pop it. Adios trying to pass John Stockton. Before rapping the trap, I was robbing. Now I beat the beat up like I'm Hopkins. You was broke, no help, yeah, me too. All the fake love I can see through. Hated on you then, now they need you. Had money broke out like the Matrix.
89.
Paving this shit crank.
Make sure to use y'all.
Paving this shit crank.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the YGOC podcast, Young Guns of Comedy. I'm one of your co-hosts, Fatima Ming. To my left, we got Feed My Face. And we got
Whisper.
And on the end, we got
Hey, Charlie Wilson TV, baby.
behind the glass curtain, we got HNS in the building.
Shalom to the people.
So let's get right back into it. Let's find out today. What's wrong with K-Dot?
Oh, shit, it's my segment?
Yes, ma'am.
I can't.
My bad.
We was talking about all the basketball stuff. No, the comedy stuff.
No, I got, yeah.
Right.
We're going to go back to that, but go ahead and do
we
your
definitely
segment.
have to circle
Oh,
back.
you know, what's wrong with K-Dot? Just normal, you know. So I always try to, like, give y'all a little title to my segment, which is, like, things that happen to me, and I try to give disclaimers and, you know, warnings to people. So this week is called Titles. They don't pay you enough. So, you know, I corporate thug. My grind is in corporate America, and, you know, in corporate America, some people take their titles a little bit too seriously.
Absolutely.
And then for me, it just signifies how much money you make. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make anything else to me. If you are a manager, if you are a supervisor, none of that means anything to me, and I think I should tell you before you approach me. So, you know, some things happen. People don't know how to talk to people at the job.
Oh.
That's always fun.
So I had to let them know, you only this person at the job. I've seen you outside of the job. And remember that your title do not follow you outside of the job.
Damn.
And take that how you want. So, what's wrong with K-Dot? Just remember, titles, they don't pay you enough.
Hey, to all K-Dot bosses and managers, watch y'all back. That's what it sounds
Pretty
like.
much.
Keep talking that shit.
And I'm going to keep giving disclaimers.
Right. See me in these streets with that shit if you want to.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying? Because you just regular old Joe Schmo.
Right.
But, you know, we can get back into that controversy.
Okay, no, because somebody said this in Mike Hard. He said women
Pause.
Something. What you say? Women ain't funny. That's what he said.
Oh shit. Women in
So
comedy.
so let's
He
talk
said
about
women ain't funny?
Women ain't funny.
Well, first of all, nigga, did you finish school?
Shut
I
up.
can't.
Damn. Shit.
Why you think women?
Hold
not
on.
funny?
Shout out to Shakia Green.
Okay.
On
She
the
just
chat room?
she shouted me out in the chat room. Shout out to you, girl. Thank
What's
you.
up, girl?
Appreciate you.
Oh,
Um,
shout out to Shelly Rio. She made us.
Oh
cups.
yes, I was gonna
Yes.
say that.
For
She
sure.
made our cups with all of our names and our sayings on it.
Yeah, hilarious.
Can I take mine home? I want to
But-
use it all week
And it's
now.
a real cup
Yeah, I was so pleased to see that. So yeah, gotta keep these Jones.
But yeah, so
with these straws.
women ain't funny.
Mm.
Okay. Really, my G? Like,
let's talk about
like,
Charlie,
they're
do you
hella.
think women ain't funny?
Damn it, every time.
There's
I mean,
hella
the-
funny women. There's
Fatima,
hella
Spit
funny
it!
women.
Do you think women ain't funny?
Women comedians?
Nah,
Yeah,
I think
man,
it's
women are
harder
fun.
for
They're-
us, period.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there are definitely some women that are funny. Like, why don't you guys give your top 2 favorite female comedians?
I'm not gonna do that.
Do it, KDZ.
No, I could, but
Just
I
do
don't
it.
know. They're all
We
different.
got a few minutes. Put it out there.
Samora is one of my top.
Yeah,
She's hilarious, very underrated. It's weird because I don't. She's still very big and torn, but she's torn and stuff. I just don't understand why she didn't have a show or something. Like I don't
may
even think
not
she ever got
wanna
that
do it, but
opportunity.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, she's definitely funny. So more
Yes,
is funny.
I
Samora's
think it
up
just
there.
takes more work for a woman to really create a lane and a name for herself and to be out here and to really sustain and have those types of opportunities that we're all starting to kind of see more of now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
think about like Lunel. Lunel's been in the game for a while. She's got
Yeah,
a
yeah,
recognizable
yeah.
name. She's been on tours, you know what I mean? She's had some TV roles and TV opportunities. But, you know, it's work, man, because a lot of people are skeptical or maybe more optimistic of women. But I think if you go and see more women in comedy, I think a lot of people will be surprised.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And like Whisper, one of your top, Amanda Seals, I've seen her stand up and she's hilarious. So
She's hilarious, and
Oh
she's
my
and
gosh.
she's very relatable. Which I think that's one of the things that make
Do you
comics
think Monique
big.
is funny?
you said Monique?
Oh,
At times,
yeah, at
sometimes.
times.
Tiffany
yeah.
Haddish?
No.
Damn. I didn't
That's
even
just my
finish like
opinion.
this. My opinion. She was like, no.
So, amendment to what Mike Hart said. He said that women can be funny in a comedic role, which I agree with him with Tiffany Haddish. I think she's more funny if she's in a role that's funny
Instead of stand-up.
versus her stand-up. Yeah.
But I
Her
feel like
stand-up can be,
you know-
it's good, though. It's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
It's just,
because I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you're funny enough for people to come out and see you and fuck with you and get those ticket sales, you're gonna do comedy. But obviously, we're gonna, kind of talk about the levels in which how bad you're killing it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you still can be successful at it. But I think black people, we're kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? In terms of how funny you have to be to kill it. But back on the Tiffany
Tough
Haddish,
or judgy.
we're judgy. We're very
Yeah.
judgy.
Tough and
Yeah.
judgy.
But did y'all
are
see
two
Tiffany?
different
She
things.
did the special on Netflix.
I just think
with
she
those
didn't
other
do,
women.
I just think
That
she
was
didn't
good.
Do a
Yeah,
lot.
That
my
was
girl
good.
Ada
Stand-up.
Rodriguez was on there. Shout out to Ada
Yeah.
Rodriguez. She's a funny comic. Shantae Waynes was on there. Shantae Waynes is hilarious. If you haven't seen her perform, I think she's funny as shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, yeah.
definitely check her out. Both of them. On their shows, on their tours. Check them out.
I think that was good that Tiffany Haddish did. I thought she was gonna bring up Black Mitzvah because
I haven't seen that.
whoa, that was not the best, but we try. Black Mitzvah.
That's a new one on
That
Netflix,
was
right?
That's her
Tiffany.
last stand-up?
Exactly.
Uh.
Exactly.
No, I didn't know.
Niggas said who?
She had what, 2 Netflix specials now?
Yeah, she's had 2 Black.
Yeah, I didn't see the last one.
But it ain't, if from what I'm hearing is she putting other people on, right?
Right.
That's all that matters.
Okay.
That's all
Right.
that matters.
Right.
She's putting other people.
Because
on.
here's the difference though. Are there other women that are out here on stages funnier and killing it more than her? Yeah. But I feel like the game is so much more about just that.
Yeah.
You got to be able to have that name, your brand, you know what I'm saying? To be able to sell over there. Hopefully.
That's the game.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
That's wild.
You got to be a package, you know what
No,
I'm
I
saying?
mean, I get that, but
But that's why
like,
Will Smith and Martin, like those levels, you got to
but
be a
look how
package, you got to be
long
marketable.
It took them to for me, it's just like everybody want money too bad. So you're not passionate about your craft. So you're
Right.
not making it as good as it possibly could
be, yeah.
Because you trying to just get to the money, get to the money.
That's how I feel
Like,
about Kevin Hart. Like his comedy now is not as funny as when he first started because he was hungry. It's like now you got.
No, I think
mean,
his
points,
comedy
so he's not-
changed because his money changed.
Yeah, his
I
Right.
think his life changed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
he
life
can't-
changed.
he
He couldn't be
can't-
funny about the same stuff
Exactly,
no more because
exactly.
he wasn't
Right.
doing that no
Right.
more. And that's
And-
cool.
and people take for granted how hard it is to think of funny, unique things to say,
Right.
and then grind that out to make everybody in a stadium laugh. You
Right.
know what I mean? So Kevin Hart,
like,
I give him a little.
I got
bit of a
a
break.
lot of respect for Kevin Hart. Let me just say this because of those different comedy specials that we've seen from all the oh no and all of that shit. Like we were there as his life was there too. Now he had this cheating incident with that he went through, right? That last special, he talked about that shit. He owned that shit. He spit it out. He told us kind of what
Because
it
he
was
can
from
make
that
it
experience.
funny, like
exactly, that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
That's what this
that's
game
what
is.
comedy is. But like
Right.
because now so many people only about the money.
Yeah.
It's like you ain't funny enough for my money.
You're right.
Like
Yeah.
it's not that you're not funny.
Yeah.
It's just now you consciously people thinking like, do I want to pay for that?
Right.
So now it's
Yeah.
like
And
I'm
it's-
seeing what people paying for. So that's the kind of funny I'm gonna be.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
all the time. No, if you funny, you just funny and be what makes you funny.
Yeah.
And stop trying to chase that money all the time.
It's just nice to be able to say you're a full-time entertainer.
Facts.
That's
That's
cool.
that's my
Absolutely.
drive.
Right.
Is that even if I'm never a millionaire,
Right.
just getting to a place where I can pay my bills off of
Come
being
on
funny.
with it.
Something that you
Yeah, and
enjoy.
that's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay.
And
That's
that's
the goal.
and that's
the
all
goal.
the goal. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like don't let that deter you from your funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you paying your bills now.
Right.
So you gonna get there. Like to me it's just like my nigga, I'm gonna be funny regardless. I
Right.
don't care what nobody think, nobody say. Once you start worrying about what everybody else wants you to do, you're not funny to me no more.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you do have to
Evolve.
evolve and adapt. You can't, if you get to a certain age, you get to a certain place, you can't make certain jokes anymore. Or, I mean, you just have to go with the flow. Like people talk about how Lunel didn't like the whole Instagram people being funny and getting paid more than her and stuff like that. But people say, well, she should have adjusted and adapted to now you need to do funny shit on Instagram. That's where you get the money from. That's how you get your name out there. And so
I agree.
a lot of comedians don't like doing that. They don't fucking want to do skits and do
Right.
funny shit. They want to be on stage
yeah.
authentic. And
That's what Martin touched on their interview and how he was saying like Will was trying to get him to be more into social media and Instagram. And he was like, yeah, I'm trying, but that's not his
that's
thing.
not his
So,
thing. That's not his thing, and that's fine, you know. But
yeah.
I'm just saying you will have to adapt and adjust to your growing audience at times.
If you want to take your career or whatever to the next level, like Martin, he may be like, I ain't got to do all that. I don't want
Right.
to do all
You're
that.
not
I'm
pressed
good.
for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right, and you got to respect that, and
Exactly.
that's where I feel like the gray area is. Like people losing respect for him because he ain't doing what somebody else is doing.
Right.
But that don't take away from his comedy.
Right.
That's just not him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then it gets equated to, well, he must not want no more money.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what you saying, but if you remain authentic, you gonna stay
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be uber rich and
Right.
super duper whatever, and
Right.
you want to have all these streams of revenue, I get it. But you gonna have
Right.
to be out there like
Right.
Kevin Hart.
Right. So everybody's hungry and
Right.
everybody's itch
It's
and
just how you
ambition
gonna
is
do it.
different. Yeah,
Yeah.
different levels and what people
You
want
know
in our
what I'm
life. And
saying?
understand too, it's such a mental thing to process because if you just content and happy and you've been busting your butt for 10, 15, 20 years or whatever,
Yeah.
and you happy and content with just your home and your circle, and you take on projects as you want to, I
Right.
think that's a good space to have that kind of freedom too.
The
Just know
tough
you
part
gonna
about
be a joke.
Right.
the
Like,
tough
you a broke ass comedian. 20 years later.
Right. But that's why you got to be so good with who you are, like Will said, with who you
Right.
are and where you are and what you're doing, to where it's like, all right, you can talk about me if you want to. I'm pretty good over here, actually.
the tough part about comedy is finding out, am I being authentic to myself
lazy.
and not pushing and not getting anywhere, or am I trash?
Well, that's because
Or am
you
I
still-
trying to be something that
Well,
I'm
that's
not?
because you're still
Yeah.
broke.
Yeah.
When you poor, you always gonna overanalyze everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right.
That's just your broke mentality until you get money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once you get a taste of something else, do you won't think like, oh, maybe I'm not doing whatever I'm doing. Like we
Yeah.
we struggling. That's a struggling comedian's mindset.
here's the thing too, it takes time, bro.
Right.
Like
Yes.
it seems like now everybody wants to just get it and like put me on this, maybe I can hop on that. And it's like,
Right.
bro, even if
But
you
that ain't
get on that
everybody's job.
shit, like you gotta put 10 years in, 11 years, 12 years, then you can start maybe expecting something. But you gotta spend so much time sharpening your tool. You know what I'm saying? So that when you do get that layup, you ready and it's a kill, and then you're ready to take off and you can
There
sustain
you
that.
go.
Yeah. Side note, we friends, we family, so we can talk. So earlier, I had watched that Breakfast Club interview, and it sent me down a rabbit hole of like all their interviews and stuff. And like,
Said a rabbit hole.
you know,
6 hours later, she
yeah,
still watching
Skip
Breakfast Club.
ahead.
but no, I just was like having a moment, and when you're an entertainer, you have moments like this, and I just was sitting there. I was like, how would I ever get to those type of level? You know what I mean? I just was sitting in my apartment, and I was like, how would I ever get from where I am right now to where I want to be? And like this voice was like, who do you think you are? That's what kind of flashed in my head, and I just was feeling some type of way. You know what I mean? You like, am I really funny? Am I funny enough to get to that type of level? Or,
I think everyone has those type of moments.
yeah, like I know if you're in entertainment, you have even if you're not in entertainment, you're just trying to do anything in life. You always have these moments of like, is this really gonna work out, or you know what I mean?
You feel like that, Fatima, when you
I
audition?
think
or
not necessarily,
like
but
that?
like just in general, I think we all have those moments where we question ourselves and we wonder like, am I going to get where I want to be? Am I going to achieve what I want to achieve? And like, I mean, it's going to come to you. You can't just fight it, but don't get caught up in that shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I do? I wake up and I tell myself, hell yeah. Every day. I feel like I'm going to get to where I want to be.
Yeah.
Because that's why I get up every day.
Yeah,
That's
you
to help
gotta
push
do
myself to get to where I wanna-
affirmations.
Exactly. Those affirmations are key. And automatically start preparing yourself to get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
And then just keep working at it. But because you also got to understand that shit might not come next year.
Yeah.
Could be another 2 or 3. So you
know
gotta
what I
just
do when I
prepare
get
your
up in the
life.
morning? I be like, well, dummy, you're getting ready for work.
There you go.
Going back to the plantation
Going
again.
Back to the plantation. So
I can't.
we know you're dumb, so you gotta be funny. You got
Yeah.
to be funny because you're the dumbest motherfucker to keep getting up and going to the same
Good
place
job. Oh my
all
god.
the time. So like, yeah, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Everybody question themselves, but like, it's cool. Like, just be funny about that shit. Like,
Yeah.
man, I don't want to work either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's the whole thing of the game. Nobody does.
Yeah.
Like if you, especially like millennials, especially. But if you go back to the other generation, everybody ready to stop.
And I don't want
working.
to work with
Everybody
millennials
wants
no
that.
more. Y'all get on my
said-
nerves.
Fuck you then, bitch.
Y'all think y'all know everything.
I don't think I know everything. I try to. My biggest thing is I want to soak up game. Like I want to, I love when people
That's
tell
great.
me and
Not
give
when
it-
Everybody
somebody
not
pay
like
you,
that
though.
though.
But yeah, not everybody is like that. Some people be like, bitch, leave me the fuck alone. I know everything. I see it's a cliff. I'm gonna go over it anyway. Like, bitch, you be like, what the fuck? But no, I'm not like that.
But
But
that's what
yeah,
so- that's what
I just
social
had that
media do.
moment. I wanted to share that with you. I just was having that moment, and like then I went to open mic spot, and I did. Everybody said I did really great, but I'm a perfectionist,
Right.
and I just felt like ugh, whatever.
My nigga, when
But-
you
but-
hear crickets, that's when you know you ain't doing
Right.
great.
Like,
But I
you
know-
had
but I know what she
laughter
means,
and
because
Yeah.
even though
crowd
you get laughter
participation.
back, you still thinking about your jokes or something you didn't land right,
Or
or
you
something
didn't
didn't
say
execute
right.
I'm the same way. But let me encourage you with this. Just know that. Okay, cool. This like boxers. Okay, that was that fight. Cool. I gotta go back and deliberate, think about it, and then I gotta just go get ready for my next fight,
Yeah.
and then get ready for
Right.
my next fight. And
Yeah.
if this is something that you really bout, just keep preparing for those fights and keep on sharpening and keep getting better. But that's how those specials are built. That's how I think you're ready to do that hour. It's going in these different arenas and these different places and these different environments all the time for years. Then you got all of this material, and when it's time to do that hour, you just like, shit, I'm ready to do two.
Right.
You
Right.
gotta be
And-
okay with putting in the time.
Yeah,
all
that's the
all
thing.
that is great.
Right.
But if you ain't patient, it ain't for you.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Because
It's not gonna be
that's-
overnight.
Yeah, it's,
Right.
you have to be patient. Like I'm mad patient. Like I listen to everybody thing and like everybody like I see how you be on yourself, but I be like, nigga, I laughed. You was funny. Right. Sit your fucking ass down.
But
Relax.
you're your own hardest like.
Yeah,
critic,
you know
so-
what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But you here. So like if you once you got on the stage for the very first time, that was it. That was the only hurdle that was holding you back.
Right.
After
Yeah.
that, it's a cakewalk.
Yeah.
Like I'm just be out here. I'm just out here. At the end of the day, you got a little job. You getting a little money. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's why you gotta get it.
Alright.
That's why you gotta get a job and enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you don't have a job and you're struggling, you're gonna become frustrated as hell.
Oh man.
Right? And if you do have a job and you or whatever the case, but you're not enjoying
You're
this
gonna be
shit,
struggling and
you're
you're
gonna
gonna be
struggle, you're gonna
frustrated
wanna
as hell.
quit. So
Either way.
get comfortable because this shit could just take some time. Put it that way. Get
Take some
comfortable
time.
because this shit will take time.
Yeah.
If it doesn't and it surprises you, good, but you just need to prepare your life for this shit
And then
to
you
take
think
some
of the
time.
long term shit, like I'm gonna blow up, and then you can cheat and
Right.
apologize and get a
She
special
said
cheat
check.
and apologize.
Yeah. Life's gonna be
Let's
grand.
not promote that.
Life's gonna
Hell
be
yeah, I'm for sure
fat,
cheating. I'm gonna be
yeah.
like, where Trey
can't,
Songz
man.
at? Bring him in here.
My
I cannot.
transgressions, it wasn't me. It was
It was. What's this
it's
condom
the
doing
money.
here?
The money made me do it.
Cannot.
What's this girl doing in the closet, nigga? I
Wow.
don't like. What's crazy to me, and it's a prime example of like, I guess bitches just don't care about money, or they care too much about money. Like Boosie, Lil Boosie.
Did you see his interview?
Lil Boosie?
Lord.
I wish I wouldn't have skeeted in.
I wish I would have took all of the ski.
The skeeted, just skeeted
In one person.
One, because the
Jesus.
rest of them get on my nerves.
That
Hey.
shit was the worst.
My thing is, who is out here smashing Boosie?
Same
Like,
women out here
Somebody.
smashing
Somebody.
Future.
Yeah.
The same chick
Somebody's
smashing
doing
Future.
ugh.
Nah, man, but like,
You got a
That
lot.
shit
A lot,
was
a lot
ridiculous.
comes with your talent. A lot comes with your money. A lot comes with who you are. Because
He's
a lot of people
funny.
just feel your swag or you
Yeah.
whatever it is. If they into that,
that
shit,
guy's funny.
ain't nothing else.
Boosie is
Man, shout out
hella
to
funny.
Boosie, man. I'm from Louisiana. Everybody in Louisiana, we saw the video. It was like, it sounded like we were
Yeah.
talking about my homeboy. It was like,
Country.
A hot mess.
I
He
get
said,
it.
I think I do the same things I did before. Like, nigga, murder?
Boosie is
Just eat one
trash.
person,
He's
man.
so
All
funny.
right.
Somebody is liking it though, cause how many kids he got? Like 7
I have no idea.
or something like that. He got a
No,
hella
but
kids.
he said he was young. Like,
Yeah.
I understand that. Like, he was young. Like, when you young, you.
And
what I'm
when you
saying?
young, men can't hold their semen. What's the
Here's the
problem?
Nice.
He was hoeing around.
I
bro.
don't understand why women act like they didn't have a fast stage. We just
We
keep
talked about this.
we
I
just
definitely
keep-
didn't.
We keep our shit to ourselves. Like, when you young and you out there. You know what I'm saying? But boys just out there more than girls.
I did not. I did. And right when I thought, oh, I'm gonna have a whole phase, the first dude I met, this like super small, super
Damn.
small, like.
That's your bad.
And that was my bad. When he was like 6'2" and fine, I was like, wait,
That's your
hold
bad.
on, this doesn't match up.
Fatima, you had a whole phase? Be
No, I
honest.
did not.
I ain't never. Y'all some good Christian mormons.
First of all, I'm not
Amen.
big
Amen.
Christian
Amen.
nothing,
okay.
but I just didn't.
Hey,
This
let
was
me ask
never
y'all
my
this.
thing. I
Charlie,
know people
before
that
you got
did. I
married,
had
did you have a
homegirls that
whole
was hoeing.
phase?
Charlie.
Does your wholeness get deleted when you move to a new place?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
All right, y'all need to give us different answers for the first question, man.
First of all, the niggas you've been with drop off after 5 years. Period.
Wow.
That's a rule.
So I'm at 0.
Okay. All right.
You at 0.
Or
All right.
half a point. Give me half a point.
Well,
I
speaking
I
of
never had a whole phase.
speaking of skeeting and y'all people Boosie and all them, that leads us into my 2 cents. So I came across an interesting article. It's talking about how
Is it?
y'all simple. It says for women, less. Is y'all ninjas?
Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
So let's talk about how less sex may mean earlier menopause. So
My nigga.
the study followed 3,000 American women over the course of a decade.
She came upon this.
And I came upon this via Google search.
Oh, article reading that.
I am. I'm
Hold
intellectual.
Hold on, let me hear this.
So it followed 3,000 American women over the course of a decade, and women who had sex at least once per month were less likely to enter early menopause compared to those who had sex less frequently. So, here's 10 benefits of having sex, ladies, in case you needed a reason to do so.
We already.
Come on.
Okay. Go
Number
ahead.
Turn your
one.
volume up,
So
listeners.
coming is just not.
Turn your volume up.
So, number one,
Let's hear this.
lower blood pressure.
Oh, I have a question for Charlie. Don't let me forget
Oh,
it.
man.
Oh, shit.
Number two, better immune system, so you won't get sick as often. Number 3, better heart health, which is important.
I'm not fucking for none of them reasons.
Exactly. We gotta get
Maybe
the
you
heart
should.
out the way.
Maybe you start doing more fucking.
You ain't gotta eat no Cheerios. You have some good heart health.
Heart disease is like the
Come
number one
home and
killer.
lower my blood pressure.
Right. It's on the
y'all.
list, so we had to put it out there. Number 4, improve self-esteem.
Nigga.
True.
What?
True. I'll be like, somebody wants to fuck
Hey,
me.
hey, some good sex will make you happy feeling better. You be happy feeling like the king.
I'm the
Hey,
finest bitch right now.
Oh
Right.
my God. And
said my
also,
name and everything.
and also sleeping in the nude can improve your self-esteem too. Just as a side note.
Oh,
Just
side
a
note.
side note.
Okay,
I ain't as
one
fat
thing.
as I thought I was.
One thing. This is okay. So I'm reading a book right now about.
Oh, you read?
How dare you? I'm in a book club, bitch. And I gotta go look at the information, but it does talk about sex and the benefits of sex and like how to be more free with yourself. It's for women because we overthink sex and da da da. But one of the things it talks about.
Said I don't.
Let them use
we
it.
do like we be thinking about or they say working women mothers can be distracted. You thinking about the dishes, all the shit you gotta do
Right,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Anyway, but it was
Saying
saying
like, yeah. You like,
and so it was saying like
only a little
there's
bit of dawn left.
I can't.
I've had that. Like I've been so stressed where like I'm not getting wet because you're not paying any bills.
So it's like
That's what I was about to
sandpaper.
say.
I'm giving it to him any
Like,
goddamn
say you
way.
got a
That's a
man
whole
that's not
nother
listening.
story.
Yes,
baby.
like stimulate my mind.
What?
This
Any
man
barks
is listening
flying
to
off
you.
your
Listen.
pussy.
That's why I do dishes myself. I get that done. I be in there sizzle, sizzle.
I can't.
Focus on this dizzle.
No, okay, so it says one of the things, so there are things in our mind that keep us from fully enjoying sex. It said one of the things is cold feet, and that if you wear socks, women are more likely to have an orgasm.
I'm gonna buy some socks today.
Isn't that
I know
Whoa.
I
I
got
think
some
You ain't got
deals.
no socks.
Fun fact.
But that's not sexy though. I don't want to. I'm not gonna
He
say
got the white joints. He got the white ones pulled all the way up to the middle of his
It's
head.
church
Elastic
socks,
out
church
of
socks.
Now, I'm not gonna say I have a foot fetish.
You freak.
But I will
You
say-
nasty.
But I
Lies.
will say, I like a good looking foot. Right? That's different. That's different.
That
I
goes
like
for men
that.
too.
So I don't
like
want
y'all
no
need to not
socks on.
have
I don't
some
want no
crazy shit
socks.
going on down there. But back to the list. So improve self-esteem. Number 5, it decreases depression and anxiety.
Facts.
The more sex you have. Number 6, increase libido. Duh. The more you're getting it, the more you want it. And 7, immediate natural pain relief. Side note to that, that's why, this isn't for everybody, but that's why they say it's good sometimes if you have sex while you're on your cycle because that helps with cramps.
That's
mean,
Come on, fellas.
disgusting.
some people do
Come
it.
on,
I'm
fellas.
just
Go
putting
get
it
that
out there.
towel out the
I'm saying.
bathroom.
I'm just
That's
putting that
disgusting.
out there that can help naturally relieve menstrual cramps if you have an
And
orgasm.
so does Midol and I.
It does.
That is
but
so gross.
That's not natural.
Yeah,
so
well,
just saying.
naturally, I don't want to be
Well,
blood
that's
everywhere.
you. I'm just saying.
Bloody massacre.
Hey,
up
y'all
there.
ain't got
guys
to take.
don't
Y'all ain't got to
mind.
take these health tips. But if you want to live longer,
You know
If you
what
wanna
I'm
want
saying?
your blood pressure to clear up,
And
want to
you
have a
wanna-
happy and healthy
You want her
life.
cramps to subside.
Right.
Yes.
That is
help,
so
help your
nasty.
lady
That
out.
time.
Help your lady out, fellas. Help her with her cramps. So immediate natural pain relief. Number 8, better sleep. Obviously, you getting your back blown out. You want to sleep a
Lay
little
her
better.
out.
Number 9, it increases intimacy and closeness to your partner. Duh, because it's bonding.
We cuddling.
Not if he's okay.
We
I
cuddling.
was like, not if he's not
Not
your
if
man.
it's- not if it's a
I ain't getting into that.
Like,
That don't matter.
Side check. This does not apply to y'all.
Stay on your side.
Exactly. And lastly, number
Y'all
10.
gonna have high blood pressure.
Number 10, overall stress reduction physiologically and emotionally.
That's
That's a
true.
lie.
That's true.
That's
oh
because
my
if,
gosh.
yeah, that is a
I mean,
lie.
Depending on who
Right.
you
It's a
sleeping
stress
with.
reliever.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't be
Yeah.
sleeping with somebody.
Because
telling
you be
these
sleeping
things.
with crazy bitches.
Right, exactly.
They got the best.
See,
That's true.
I can't.
that's a whole nother show. See, that's a,
I said that's true.
that's a whole nother segment
I
right there.
cannot.
You ever had a crazy girl, Charlie?
Nope.
Don't avoid
Yes,
the question.
I did.
Lie, Charlie.
Honestly, I did. One.
Long ago.
And I married her.
Oh, she makes me so
That's,
sick.
hey, it's just,
Damn
you know,
He always ready. You stay
always-
ready.
So while we
She
got-
always ready
while
with
we got Charlie's ass on the spotlight.
they be throwing it at me.
What's the question of the day, Charlie?
I don't
Oh
want to be
shit!
crazy.
All right, so I got hit up with a couple of couple of questions. So y'all be sure and email in younggunsofcomedy@gmail.com for your questions.
First of all, that's wrong. younggunsofcomedyla@gmail.com.
Okay, all
It'll be
right.
getting
Don't
kickbacks
forget
and
the LA.
Well,
Shit.
well, she told
So,
you.
so let me next apologize to everybody that has been emailing
I can't.
younggunsofcomedy@gmail.com. I was wrong.
If you're getting a demon mail in return,
Right.
it's because we don't know shit.
That is my fault. So, yeah, definitely email in younggunsofcomedyla@gmail.com so
There
we
you
can
go.
get your question popping in here. So, somebody asked, what should you do? No, I'm from the South.
Okay.
What
know.
would somebody asked? We call it asked. Hack, like you hacking somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, what should you do if sex is bad, not pleasurable, not even getting yours, but they treat you good and they're a good person and they really work for you and it's functional, it all kind of aligns, but the sex factor just ain't there.
I'll
Is that
answer
a relationship you
first.
should stay in? I want to hear what all y'all got to say about that one.
I
for
gotta
sure.
hear what Fatima had to say.
Yep.
Only one of us on this panel was in a relationship.
But I'm sure y'all had to make that decision. Oh, this is trash.
Oh, yes.
Do I want to say this? Still seems like
So
somebody
I'm
nice.
assuming for this question, you're like in a relationship with this person, right?
Yes.
No,
Oh,
not
they treat
necessarily.
you right, but
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
I
Seem
would
like a
say
good catch.
first thing I would say, just have a conversation.
Ooh, that's a tough conversation.
I
to
don't.
have.
I don't think it should be like you shouldn't just be like I'm done with it because your
Right,
sex is trash.
right.
It's like have
have
a
a
conversation about
Sit down.
what you need.
So
what
your
you want.
dick is trash. Like
See,
you,
that's
that's not gonna. You want to get
Exhibit A
beat
of
up.
how not to initiate a
Right.
conversation.
It
with this man
doesn't.
Right now.
It
Give
doesn't
me
matter.
your-
It
give me
doesn't
your
matter.
hand.
That's what he's gonna
I
hear.
am so dry.
It don't matter what you say.
Because
Nothing
first of
going
all,
on.
He's
if-
gonna hear, oh, she's saying I'm trash. I'm not a man.
No,
Nah, nah, nah,
no.
nah.
Because
Fatima,
if he's
Fatima,
paying,
you're
if
taking
he's
the right
paying
steps.
attention, then he
Right.
should realize why y'all
Right.
are doing it.
Who are these
I'm not
fantasy
getting
men,
anything out of
bruh?
this.
Yeah, you live in
So-
what men have
Who
you dated
are these
that do this?
fantasy niggas?
You just
Right,
gotta,
and
I
if
feel
they
like- I
don't,
feel
that's
like-
why you have a conversation, or you can just kick them
I'ma
to the
tell you what you
curb,
do.
but-
I'ma
Gotta
tell you
have
what
it.
you
It's
do.
a
If
tough
he's
conversation to have,
if
but
he's
I
a
feel like
good
it's-
dude and you want
right.
to try to save the relationship,
Right.
then
This
have a conversation
conversation will
about
go
it.
left.
I need more of
because
this,
he
baby,
gonna
less of that.
say, your pussy is trash.
Yeah,
He
it's
gonna be
you.
like, no, it's you. and yo trash vagina.
I'd be like, well, which one of us is coming? You? Okay, so clearly
So
it's not
that-
me.
And now you childish in the
No,
conversation.
that's being honest. That's just being honest. So
Once your pussy
I
became
would say-
trash.
But
I
think-
did talk about
Your
it first.
dick is small anyway.
But I feel like
Bitch
if a chick just leaves, up, your dick is trash. I feel like, what the fuck are you looking for? You looking for just some good dick? Or you
Yes.
Hold
Oh
up,
my
stop.
God!
See?
Wait a minute.
But you don't want a lifestyle. You want to get married.
Charlie,
You're not looking
Charlie
for a partner.
got mad. Wait a
Okay,
minute,
let's
wait a
say.
minute.
Okay, wait.
I
Let's
guess it's
say.
what it's like to be single. Y'all just get to
Let's
just,
say
Wait a minute.
you was with a girl, right? She treated you good. She treated you
And
nice.
you were not married.
Yeah.
You're not married. This
Right.
in this fantasy
Right.
land. And she didn't give head ever.
Ever.
Okay.
You
Never.
gotta-
She never.
you gotta
She
have a
never gave.
conversation.
Okay,
you.
but she's never gonna give you head. Are you gonna stay in that relationship? Or you gonna do this the sneak when she sleep and be like, "Is it dick?"
That don't work either. That's not a good method either. Depending on the
He's
chick you with,
tried.
she been in fan that bitch. Get the fuck
Again.
get it out of here.
But answer the question.
Yeah.
Go
Answer
ahead.
the question.
No head
Um,
ever. You staying?
She's just not going to do it.
Here's the thing. I feel like you like back onto what Fatima was saying. I'm on your team on this one. I'm on Fatima train because we talking to our listeners here, so we gotta think a little bit more rational. So obviously our sex life is important. Obviously it's a big deal. If you're with someone that respects you and loves you, and you share how much of a big deal it is, and some important things that need to get addressed. Hopefully they make
Charlie
those
is
changes.
married, so
tell you.
Hopefully they make those changes. But if
That
they don't,
wasn't the question.
all right.
The question
are
was,
you staying?
He said
do
he would
you
talk
do-
to her.
What do you do?
Because that's a loaded question. Because if you already got two a couple
Well,
kids,
Charlie, if you
know what I'm
talk to her
How you get two
and the
kids
end
off the trip?
conversation is that she's still not going to do it, are you going to stay with
well,
her?
here's the thing though. A lot
Here
of
we
women
go.
will do that initially, but they may stop or they may slow down. You may feel like,
Y'all
oh, I
dancing.
give head all the
It
time.
don't even matter. You leave. If you want some good whatever,
Mm-hmm.
head, dick, vagina, and they treating you good, you still unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
So leave. Like, you can have the conversation, but have the conversation because I'm sure generally when you have sex, if it's kind of trash, I kind of try to work and help you
Mm-hmm. Right.
get to where I want you to be.
Right.
If that has you've done that, and
Kate,
that's
I be
not
working,
happened,
y'all.
I be
in
working
case y'all
with
ain't
that.
know.
With
She
that
work
She, you
shit.
out here
She
about to
work.
teach? I ain't got time to teach.
She'll school you if you don't know.
Man,
Right?
I'm out here slinging fake dong.
Good job, now.
Not the fake D.
So she'll try to work. She'll try to
No,
work
but like
with you.
Yes, but
No,
like,
I'm not
if you're
teaching
asking
you.
that question now, that means you probably tried that and it's still not working out. So
Yeah.
like, have the conversation about like this ain't working.
But that's
Like,
but
you
that's what it
treat-
has to come to.
You
then.
treat me good.
If the
but-
sex is trash, you gotta cancel that person off.
Yeah,
That's
you
basically
gotta
what it
tell them
comes
like
to.
they sex is trash.
Shout out to D Cuz in the chat room. He said if she says she doesn't give head, that gives you the option to move on.
Right.
That was supposed to be your answer, sir.
That's true.
He over here like, what you do is like, no, give us your Charlie from Louisiana answer.
You
Because-
get a
because-
real drunk.
Because here's the problem with that. And again, maybe I'm just a Southern dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the South. We got a different way of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
You do have a
Southern
dog.
dude.
I got a different way of thinking. So from the South, it's like, hey man, we gotta figure it out. Because here's the thing: if you just letting your genitals control your life, you building your life around that. Now, the person that may be the best person for you and that may help you out in
Ooh,
business,
you real married.
that may be helping. Yeah, think about it. Because the person that may help your
No.
business, that may help you brand, that may help your
So
mental
Charlie,
state.
basically, you're saying that
still
wouldn't
could
be a
lack
deal
sexually.
breaker, a fully deal.
That wouldn't be a
breaker.
deal breaker for you.
I don't
would
think
be a
I
deal
don't
breaker for you.
It
I
would
don't
be a
think
deal
it-
breaker for me, for sure. Bad sex. I'm out because
That's what I'm saying. Bad sex.
bad sex,
Yeah.
and it's like we first of I
not
mean,
giving head is not a deal breaker for me.
I feel. I feel like sex is such an important part of a relationship
Sure.
and being intimate and being with each other. And one, you should want to make your partner
Right.
happy.
Happy,
So you
right.
should give head, period.
Right.
And then also, if it's terrible,
If she wants it, 'cause all women
I
don't
mean, in
like
the
it.
beginning of a relationship, you tell somebody your wants and like things that you like, blah 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 blah. If they still can't get it, it's like just leave it alone. Because I don't want to teach. I don't want to teach you. Like it's the difference between teaching you what I like and having to teach you because
Right.
you're trash. I used to have a dude. I used to
agree,
have
yes.
I had a dude who he would kiss like his whole tongue out like.
Damn, like a puppy.
And it would be like so,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
he would like to like lick my ear, which I thought was so
He's a dog.
disgusting.
Like,
And I used to have to be like, yeah, you know what I mean? But that's what
That
he,
nigga with the shoulder.
yes. But that's what he thought was sexy and nice and all of that stuff. And I was
like,
just like,
who
Right.
touched
And
But
it's
so did
like-
you tell him or did you just cut him
yeah,
off?
of course. I
Okay,
told
okay.
him. I eventually stopped talking to him altogether. But he was, he was a really nice. He was a really nice guy, good guy.
See, that's the
Right.
whole thing. I feel like everybody is, because of social media in these times, because when I was dating, you still had to call on the crib, ask for somebody's mama and shit. Hey, can
That
I talk
was in
to-
'92.
Okay,
Stop
but,
it.
But I feel like now it's so easy to just say, yeah, you cut off, you're done. Next option.
But
and
that's
then
not
some
what it
you
is,
cut
like,
off. Next, I can get
That's-
better sex.
Those are lies.
know
Like
what I'm saying?
it's still the same, but like what you see on social media is not what's really.
No,
It's
of
still
course.
the same.
Right.
Like
Of
people ain't
course.
cutting. People are bumping their head over and over again because I was one of them people too. Like I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna give it one more.
Yeah, one more.
try.
One more try. Like you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
just too many people in the
Yeah.
world to.
Yeah. Have to settle?
Yeah, to have to
oh,
settle.
you knocked my
Hold on, I
thing
got
out.
Y'all knocking sounds out and plugs and whatnot. What happened?
Hold on.
Oh, I think you cut.
Somebody got
right
cut.
I don't think
Is
H&S
this
can
down
hear
here?
us because we unplugged.
Yeah.
I don't know what she.
Who
did.
unplugged?
We
You
good? No,
We
I
good?
can't- I
You can't hear nothing? You can hear us? Oh, okay.
Well, okay, whatever.
I got no feedback.
Let me tell you. Look, can we talk about people in the chat room? Marquise, do Marquise hit y'all?
He don't hit me anymore.
Not
Marquise
anymore.
hit me and say some of the randomest shit. Like
I
shout out to Marquise.
can't.
This nigga be like, these Cheetos was fire today, and I got off work at 3 p.m.
What am I supposed to do with this
Yeah, I'd
information?
be like, yeah, my nigga, so like, what am I supposed to do? Like,
Let him share his day with you.
man, I be trying to hook him up. Like, let me tell you what this dude did. Marquise, I'm still your homie. Don't be offended, which I know you're not.
Disclaimer.
This fool gave me his number and was like, give it out to the fine girls at my job. And I was just like, no, I'll never do that, bro. Like, you can come up here, though. And
Right.
we
You
can-
should have gave it to some like Big Bertha girl.
That's me. Why would I do that?
Maybe that's his type.
That's what he probably needs. Skinny
Yeah.
dudes always like real thick big girls.
Well, he shot at you and you.
See?
You body shaming ass bitch.
Gotcha.
She always saying I'm fat, y'all. It's cool. When I don't eat for 10 weeks, she gonna
be
be
a
like,
skinny bitch.
damn,
Check on this shit.
you look good though.
Like, girl, you cold. Your blood sugar level. You trembling.
High blood pressure ass.
What happened to your foot?
Well, don't feel bad, Whispers. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and figure out what's the move. What's going
Okay,
on
so
this
I
week,
do have
Whispers?
another.
He got one more.
One
Oh,
more
you got a
question that
question?
came
We did
through.
run.
It
So
is
now-
question of the day, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, you're right. I thought this is.
That's
I
what
guess
do your
we told
thing.
you to
Do
be
your
of the
thing.
day. Go
No,
ahead.
no. I guess this is kind of a part B. That was one. This is 1A. Okay. If you don't give head, it says my man won't give me head, but request it from me.
No.
Oh.
Hell no.
So
Don't
are
be
you
petty.
okay giving head but not getting any? I guess that's what they're trying to get to.
That's selfish.
Ladies.
She needs to leave him because he's selfish. He's selfish.
No, if
how
there's
you
a
gonna
buts about it.
request it? How you gonna request it? And like he's probably hitting her with the sneak. She waking up and it's just a penis right here in her face. He, you know what I mean? Like
Nah, she
how
probably
you
just-
requesting it and then but you don't reciprocate. Like,
Right.
ooh,
So
that's selfish.
it's supposed to be like, because in my community.
That's that submissiveness we were talking about last week. Remember?
No.
Nigga, what?
Yeah.
No, in my
Listen
community,
to.
that's supposed to be like in the Bible.
Uh-huh.
Like
Uh-huh.
I don't
She
give
said
everybody
my
head though.
community.
Like so, that's a deal breaker.
Gotta be special.
That would be a
Yeah.
deal breaker for me if you are requesting it because you're selfish but not
But
giving
not
it.
giving it. Yeah.
We're like, no, I ain't doing
I
that.
don't
but
think a lot of
just do
things
that for
should
me.
be off limits when you're in that mode.
So you like a finger in your ass?
That's basically what she's saying.
Doesn't everybody? I'm
And
sorry.
to be choked, right? Choke, little finger here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Socks on. Okay.
Unless it's a Taco
I
Bell
can't.
night. Finger in your
Not a Taco Bell night.
ass. Fatima?
Oh no! If you're not giving it, then you're definitely not getting
No,
it.
do you
Well,
like a
damn,
finger in
fellas.
that?
Oh no, that's
Yeah,
that's a one-way
everybody
street.
does.
Oh, my God.
Okay,
Fatima.
we're not gonna keep it
I'm
real
cool on
today.
that. I'm cool
All
on
right.
that.
Well, I
A
hope
little-
that
a
answers,
little
hope that answers
thumb.
y'all's
A
question.
little thumb.
I'm
A
all
little
right.
thumb.
What about the groceries? Do you
Got to.
Are we eating
No,
groceries
I
in 2020? Is that what
you
she
eating
just
the
said?
Yes.
groceries? You eating the groceries?
No, I'm okay on that.
Am I?
Are you eating the groceries?
No. I
She just said, and she said
You got-
it should be
you
no
gotta
limits
do
on what
it.
go on in there. She just
I'm
said there should
no,
be no
men
limits.
don't clean good enough for me.
Somebody
Oh
eating
my
wow.
gosh!
No,
So you
live-
fucking a
No,
dirty
we-
dude?
I wasn't
What is
talking
No,
about
happening?
I'm
What's
saying
going
like
on?
no. That's what she's asking.
Oh,
Is
okay.
he? What I no. I grew up with athletes. I've dated athletes. Men are
Oh.
stinky, and they, there's some people who are good, but men be like a little too stinky for me. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So basically, niggas stink. That's what
Right,
she's
that's
saying,
what-
y'all.
that's what she's saying
You know,
is-
She said your booty.
Not
stink.
all, not all. But no,
booty.
if
No,
he
no,
if
no,
he's doing, if he would do that to me, yeah, I'm with that. That's cool with me.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm gonna treat you like a hoe
Sizzling
afterwards.
up.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Go around.
I'm gonna treat you like a hoe. I'm gonna be looking at you like you filthy slut. You know,
You
you're
want me to read
nasty.
this and then you can do what's the word.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Oh, you want to do this first?
Okay, so what's the move for
I'm sorry, what's the move?
this weekend? There is not necessarily for the weekend, but you can. There's a party coming up under Peaches and Cream. That's the production. It's 2000s R&B hip hop music. It's a lot of fun. They do a lot of like down south music as well.
Hey.
And when I mean like dirty south, I mean like dirty south. Like I heard them play chopped and screw music one time. I was like, huh? Oh, okay.
Hilarious.
Switch it up.
But
okay.
we got a call.
Where is this at? Is this in
we
the hole?
can't
or
hear
what?
it.
Oh, I can't hear nothing.
We can't hear anything.
No. Is this in the hole? This spot you're talking about?
No, my nigga, I can't hear nothing.
I can't hear nothing.
That's
He
what we
said he still was capturing.
You got it? Okay. My bad. And so that's a good look. Also, the African American Museum is gonna have a lot of events tomorrow on Monday. Of course, it's
Of course,
free.
Oh,
There's
for
gonna be free parking. So if you want to do something with your kids, they're gonna have a lot of events. Demonstrating voting rights and all that type of stuff. So y'all should
If you're
hit that
in
up.
the Los Angeles,
If you're in the
County
Los
area.
Angeles area, yes.
There's also the Kingdom Day Parade every year.
Yes.
In LA.
What is it called?
The Kingdom Day Parade. Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther
Oh,
King
okay,
Day
for sure,
parade.
for sure.
Yeah.
the
I
Shaw
personally don't like
or
to
on Martin
do
Luther
any
King?
of those Martin Luther King
What'd you say?
parades. Somebody always got shot running back home
Oh,
every
yeah, that's
year.
how
I
it
was like,
was.
well, not going to that ever again.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we are a listener supported network. Please send in your donations to either Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. It's Roll Out Digital on all those platforms. We will, if you send in $10, we will give you put your name in a drawing, and it'll be picked by Shelly and Precious on their show. Also, we have grass straws, okay? Very environmentally, whatever, environmentally friendly. I said whatever. I couldn't get the word sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it.
They're like
Environmentally,
biodegradable.
biodegradable
Yeah.
straws. These I like a lot more than the paper ones. The paper ones
Yes.
that they
Yeah.
make us
Trash.
use now,
Yeah.
it's just terrible. So these are really good. Grass straws, they help the turtles. Okay,
Shout
go
out to the turtles.
to grass.
Donatello.
If you wanna get some, go to grassstraws.net. Enter the code D3 so that they know we sent you.
For sure. Please do so.
Also, the cruise. Okay, we popping with the cruise. Okay, come roll out with Speedy and Friends. Cruise is coming up quick, and the $50 deposit needs to be due by February. The cruise is from July 30th to August 2nd. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I love cruises. I don't know about y'all. Okay,
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
it's gonna be a good
No, it's
time.
gonna be a good
You get to
time,
meet
like,
all of us in person, and if you got, you want to catch a fade, come
And
on.
if you're trying to meet me,
Catch a fade.
Right. Fellas, if you keep clean, you never know.
You never know.
Shot and whisper.
never
Make
know.
sure you wash your ass. That's all we saying.
but
That's all we saying.
Fatima is.
She don't play that.
Yeah,
Right.
she's not with it.
Don't try it.
Man, no fingers, no groceries, no nothing.
A little thumb, come on.
Nothing, you know what I'm saying? Just caress her cheeks. That's all she
It's like this, like caress her, like.
Hey, and she might have a conversation with you when y'all done, in case.
Stupid.
So, do you want to be with me or no?
What are we
Moving
doing?
on.
I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? You got your shoulders out. I don't know what to do.
Stupid.
So after our show, we'll be Before the Fame TV, by one of our sponsors, Mike Sherman. He's bringing celebrity interviews with multiple people. Today's interview will be with DJ Khaled. So please check that out. You know what I'm saying? It's premiering today after the show, beforethefame.tv. Thanks, Mike Sherman. You know what I'm saying? Way to look out.
Thanks for the sponsorship.
So let's start down the end. Charlie, give you your Instagram and your social media, sir.
For sure. Follow me at Charlie Wilson TV on social media.
We got more time because we started late.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Well, keep your little social shit.
All right, well, let's go
Give me
back.
your
So can you get us?
What you want to?
So we get that call? What happened?
We're going to take a quick break, y'all,
So
since
we
we
can
started a
fix the
little
phone.
late.
Yeah,
Fix
let
our
me
little
get-
technical difficulties. We'll
Please
be
call
right
back.
back.
Call in. We want to hear from y'all. I do.
For sure, I do.
Yeah, I can't hear that.
Fame. It doesn't come easy. And when it does, will you be ready? We all want to be famous, but only a select few get a taste of it. Did you ever wonder what it takes to be a star? Well, get ready for an exclusive look into the lives of today's biggest celebrities on their journey to the top. Before the Fame. Hi everybody, I'm Mike Sherman. Over the years, I've had a chance to go one-on-one with some of the biggest names in entertainment, such as Kim Kardashian, Pitbull, DJ Khaled, Flo Rida, and so many more, all at the very beginning of their careers, before the rise to the top, which brings me to my new TV show, Before the Fame. We're gonna go back down memory lane and show you guys never-before-seen footage where it all began. I'm gonna sit down with former friends, producers, songwriters, publicists, bodyguards, everybody that was there in the very beginning. Plus, I'm so excited about a new part of the show, The Wave of Fame, where I get a chance to sit down with the superstars of tomorrow before they're famous. Plus, we'll stay connected to our fans with social media, where our TV audience will send in video questions to ask some of our guests, and sometimes some of the celebrities themselves. So here's a quick taste of Before the Fame. I hope you enjoy it. When did you first start working with Pitbull?
He was this young guy. He used to take the bus and come to Luke Records, not on 84th over there where we had H-Town on 2nd Avenue. This is 12th Street on South Beach. He first went on the road. He was a pit bull. And what do you do with a pit bull? You sick him on another pit bull.
We hit it off. We saw eye to eye on a lot of things. And at that moment, I knew that was the artist that I wanted to get involved with, but I also knew the superstar.
There's no losing, only learning. There's no failure, only opportunities. And there's no problems, only solutions.
Generous donation today on the radio.
For anything I can do to help, anything we can all do to help, believe me, like I said, it could have been us. So God bless.
So we want to shout out DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled just inked a We the Best Def Jam record label deal, Mike Sherman. Khaled is officially an executive.
I'm down here in South Beach at the beautiful Prime 112 with one of my friends and one of the best hip hop rappers, performers in the game, Fat Joe.
Another one.
I mean, if I had somebody in my ear, listen, we the best, we doing it. Wouldn't that drive you crazy?
I woke up to it. I fell asleep to it. I dreamed about it.
Before I let you go, we're gonna go out to Tallahassee, Florida.
Hey Kay, this is Alexa from Tallahassee. Quick question for DJ Khaled. Was he always this hyped up when you used to work with him?
I mean, Khaled, come on now. I know you're a long time now. You're even dancing and stuff. What's going on with you?
I mean, Terror Squad is what we do. It's what we do.
You're humble and you keep it real. And how do you do that? Does this fame change you at all?
Nah, you know, God is great. You know what I'm saying? You know, that is that my life is changing every day, every second in a great way.
Flo was a former football player. Was he always working out on the road?
Listen, every day. Phone call to my room. Hey, Flo wants you downstairs in your running shoes. We're gonna go run 10 miles through the city. What? We just landed. Like, can I take a shower? No joke. And it was like this everywhere we went. Yeah, very dedicated.
Flo Rida, what's up, man?
Just happy to be here. You know, first time at the awards, nominated for Best New Artist, Best Collaboration. My mom always told me to be humble, put God first. And I mean, that's what opens the doors. You know, that's the bridge to success. So you never want to lose that.
You're watching Before the Fame. Coming up next, Mike Tyson gives us an exclusive one-on-one interview. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Jody Joe, what type of punch was that? I thought I taught your ass better.
We got that strap.
Hey, I don't test that any weapon. Yo, Fatima, let them know.
We back, y'all. Welcome back to the YGOC podcast. We're going to hang out another couple minutes because we had some technical difficulties. So.
I'm not going to lie. I was late. You know what I'm saying?
We wasn't going to put you out there.
No.
Charlie was late, too.
Charlie was late as hell.
Be more responsible and get here on time.
Definitely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't shit.
I told y'all I had a meeting this morning that ran a little bit behind.
All right.
I apologize.
Lies and
This will be the
decisions.
last time.
Oh, Hollywood ass nigga.
That's the last thing I
meeting on a
had.
Sunday.
Hold on. Let me open up my banking app and then y'all call me Hollywood. Let me show y'all my balance. Then you tell me. All right.
Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying?
If you called in earlier, you give us a call back.
We would love
to hear from all of y'all.
Yes. Give us a little feedback. Is it better than last week? I know a lot of you guys were upset about our relationship commentary.
We're gonna talk about relationships on here sometimes, just not as much.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Relationships last time. We talked about eating the groceries this time. You just gotta stay tuned.
You never know. You never know what's gonna come up.
Charlie,
we're very left right.
Charlie gonna ignore this question.
Oh man.
The groceries?
Yeah, I eat them.
Oh,
right. With my baby. Better call in and let these niggas.
I see why you married.
Country niggas,
I hope to get there one day.
But that's the whole thing. Like I get to rub your feet, foot rubs.
That's what's up. That's what's
up.
That's really sweet.
But at the same time, the communication is so key because I could think that she liked foot rubs and everything is cool. But like Fatima said, that's my third time picking back up Fatima. You got to be able to have those conversations to let your partner know.
Communication is key.
Absolutely. No, communication is definitely key. But
Man, that's a sensitive subject.
You know your sex is trash.
Yeah.
I mean, some people might not, because chicks be faking it.
Right. Chicks do be faking.
So dudes might think that they
be faking
it up.
it.
And you're like,
in my youth, I did.
In your youth, my nigga.
She's 77 now.
In my younger time, but not now. No, I don't have time for that.
Damn.
Okay, you know what I'm saying. Okay.
But I don't be. I won't. If it's
woman now, huh?
if it's trash, I won't really say anything because I don't want to have.
You just stop
men
texting.
are sensitive.
Just be laying there like.
I just go away. Ghost.
Damn.
Ghosted. You ever been ghosted?
Cold blooded.
At your time, what was it? They just didn't pick up the phone.
Yeah, that was it. I just As long as I got
Star
the number to the
69.
house.
They didn't return his page.
Like, not the page.
You didn't get my page.
The pigeon never came back.
Oh.
Damn. I'm an 80s baby, man. I ain't that far. Shout out to the 80s babies. I know y'all listening in, man.
You
Look
been
out.
curved?
I see
You
back
ever
there.
been? Yeah, I was curved 3 times in 1 month last year.
Yeah, recently actually.
I was curved recently?
No, I was curved recently.
You were? Oh,
Tell us
really?
about that curve.
No, I mean, it wasn't. My feelings wasn't hurt. Like,
happened.
she entitled.
I'm
to
over here like, oh.
She entitled to say no. Like, you know, I was just like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Did she say no? She want to be your friend or something? Like, what she
Yeah,
say?
she was just like, nah, I don't think it'd be a good idea.
Cause you're trash.
Oh my God. What is going on today?
I'm not trash.
Cause she probably
Fatima,
thought
have
she
you
was a
been
hoe.
cursed?
I'm sure I have, but I can't think.
You meant
of
you
it.
sure you have? Was you not there when the shit happened?
Has there ever been a guy that you've had like interest in that just wasn't giving you the attention or the responsiveness that you needed? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to make that
I'm not
decision
a
too.
hoe,
Like, all right,
Whisper.
well, I like this dude,
Yeah,
but
I mean, I'm sure that's happened. Yeah, definitely. I think that happened to everybody.
Bruh, I've been curved. Like, I've been curved into
I get
curved
curved a
and
lot.
curved.
Though.
Huh?
I get curved a lot though.
Yeah, I mean, one is like last year I was putting myself out there a lot. Like in the beginning of my last January, I was really putting myself out there, and I was getting curved.
Like
Every
on
time.
dating sites
the
or
one,
like
no, like
person?
in person.
Okay.
The one dude,
It's a no.
I can't.
the one dude I found out he didn't like black women, so I didn't feel bad.
Oh,
The
man. I
other
heard that shit a
two,
lot in LA
Was
for
he
whatever
black?
reason.
he was black. Yeah, he's black. We had us from the same hometown. He literally was
Damn.
like 10 minutes from our
Well, that's his
house.
preference.
That's his preference.
I
It didn't make me feel bad, but the other two, I was like, nigga, what? How am I getting curved?
No, when I say I get curved a lot, it's because like I'm not at like gay functions, so like I really have to I'm taking risks regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What is that? What is that kind of? In that opening, kind of interesting when you make your first approach and kind of talk to a woman to see if
Well,
she's
for me, it's just like because at the open mic, I was like,
right. There was a couple of them in there, right?
possibly in here's with
Who's with it?
Who's with it? I was
with
like, I gotta get on the stage because then I can
Right.
see if
Yeah.
you laughing at my jokes, ha ha.
I'm in there.
Gotcha.
Thought it was funny. Okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
My
Give the bridges
Instagram,
up.
but like it's more so like I have to kind of gauge.
Right.
But like some women are just nice, like some women
Right.
are just friendly in
Right.
a
Yeah.
social setting. So like I just don't interpret every situation like, oh okay, bitch, yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I would. That would be. All right now.
You smiling? You
Right,
smiling? That's me.
right.
Me, you are.
You want me.
So
Yeah.
I get curved a lot, but I had to, you just have to build up a thick skin.
You know, my brother told me like women nowadays, we have to put ourselves out there more and like be the one
The aggressor.
talking, and stuff. And I'm just not like that. Because
Go out there
I'm-
grabbing niggas' arms. Hey.
Yeah. That's the dynamic now.
You and me, nigga, we together forever. But that's what my brother said. He was like, you gotta put yourself out there. You gotta maybe go talk to the guy. And I'm just not like that.
You gotta
Do
leave
them
LA.
like they do you. Be like black pants.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
You gotta grab your nigga in the club. Come from behind his waist. Excuse me, that
Hey,
king.
George,
Just
excuse
getting by
me.
you, player.
You with the Jordans on. Yeah.
Right.
Jordan. Hey, chocolate drop.
What's
Come
up, my
in.
king?
Yeah,
Me,
you know what I'm
you.
saying? You want a
The
drink?
sex?
You want a drink?
But it's, hey, that brings up a whole interesting topic though, because I feel like that's what the new dynamic is now. Men now, specifically black men, are starting to recognize that there is a limited availability of good, reasonable candidates out here. So with that comes a certain power, a certain privilege, whatever you want to call it, that puts a lot of pressure, I feel like, on women. You know what I'm saying? So now that's why they sit back and we look, and men now are looking back like, what you got? What you gonna do? What do you do?
Stuff.
Here's my point though.
Go
I
ahead.
feel like now men's expectations are a lot more from women. That's what point I'm making.
Well, that's because I believe some women made it that way. Like, it's just, it's a slippery slope, I kind of say. Like, I don't really know. I can't say what it is for y'all and y'all dynamics and y'all heterosexual relationships. I only can go based on, like, what I see my friends and shit. But for me, it's just, like, I got to be picky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a rat race out here. If you look like you about something, somebody might just be out to milk you dry. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say specifically black men. I just think, everybody's
So
intuition is a little up.
So can we agree that there's a limited or less availability of potential options for black men, or are you hitting the point of kind of options?
No.
Okay.
There's in LA, you have black men who are I only date outside of my race. Then you have black men who are like, oh, I only date girls who look like.
But you know why that is? Because where you are in California, we're eclectic.
Atmosphere.
No, it's not so much superficial. Like we have a collected. Like those are options that we've always had.
Yeah.
So when y'all come from all these other states, y'all not used to all that.
Right.
So then y'all pigeonhole everything into a category because you're not used to seeing that. But these are not new things. Like we've always had guys that only date these kind of girls. Guys, but you coming from a different atmosphere where
we didn't have all those options.
Y'all didn't have all those options.
That makes a lot of sense.
So like, don't you know what I'm saying? You just in a bigger fish bowl now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're in a tank.
And I'm a big fish.
There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Or big boned.
Ain't no big bone. Ain't no such thing.
See,
that's a myth. Ain't no bone in your ass.
No. But yeah, what do y'all think? Do you like? Well, Charlie, do you think somebody should just come up to you and talk to you, or like?
Would you be turned off if a woman did that to you?
No, I mean I don't think there's anything wrong with showing interest, but I think that there's just the art to how you do it, or you know, you don't want to seem like you desperate or you thirsty. Hey, what's up, my king, brother? You looking good? Got your car? Oh,
like you're doing too much, man.
Oh, okay. Well, this is what I got. You know, you don't want to do all that, but you can still, hey, how you doing today? You know, what's up? And that's for some guys. That's kind of all it takes. All you gotta do is kind of say a little "What's up," and you know,
nigga on you,
right?
Because they might definitely do it for
but
some
you can't
guys
be
if
so
they're not used
closed
to a
off.
woman, you know, approaching them first. They might be like, oh, like what's up?
Fatima, would you approach a man that you was interested in?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, not lately, but I have done it. I was
Okay.
probably like the only one out
ready.
of like my group of friends that would. I'm like, why y'all bitches acting scary? Like, you
Right.
cute, go
You would
talk
approach
to
him.
him.
But see, that's what makes it harder for the women that don't make those moves, because the women that are aggressive, that are
I
those
mean,
are the ones that
I
are.
don't think it's
It's
nothing
not even
wrong
about
with
being
that.
aggressive. It's just
Shit, but it is
initiating it. Like, oh, what's up? Like,
but there's a sense of I ain't gonna call it entitlement at all. But there's this sense of some women that just feel like, well, a man just needs to come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? It's
well,
that
like,
kind of
a question for
attitude.
you, Charlie, because
I
I
think
heard
it's
this
how
somewhere,
you
and I think
raise.
it's and I heard this too. Like, if you was out at an outing or whatever, and well, if you were single, and is it intimidating to guys if you see like a group of women hanging together and you might see one that catches your attention? Like, would you be less likely to go up and approach them as a group?
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I would, because I'm just, you know, I got that kind of personality where I just, hey, whatever, nigga.
Oh,
y'all might not like me.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
well.
tell you,
low
don't
key
do
talking
that.
about this. Did you see where Will Smith said he couldn't speak to Tupac when he was talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was real. I thought I'd never hear a dude say that. Like low key,
Yeah, he was. He's very honest and
that
very
was
mature
like I was
person.
just
I had
like,
a problem
damn.
with their relationship. I was intimidated by this.
yeah, I was
He
like,
said
damn,
he
that
was very
dope.
insecure at that time. That's crazy.
Would you
A
do
lot of
that
men
like
are.
if your wife had a like male best friend?
Yeah.
Would
That's
you?
a good question.
Would you be okay with it?
Yeah.
I probably would just communicate to her what I have an issue with, and if I had an issue with it, I would own it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't try to hide it and be like this secretly, because you know, as the older you get, I ain't got the energy.
We got a
to
call.
be
What if it was
secretly-
Tupac?
Or no? What if it was Future?
Yeah. What if it was?
Oh
Future?
no!
Like, oh,
But
that's
see,
just,
that's the whole
my best
argument too.
friend.
Because sometimes me and my wife had those conversations. 'Cause she'll be like, "Oh yeah, Future." Sometimes she smell like his swag. She still think he's good, make a good rap, good one with you.
Hold on, one thing. We got a call. Caller.
Come through.
What's up,
Young
caller?
Guys of Comedy. What's up? YGOC, hit us. Hey.
Hey y'all, it's Nakia from the Bay.
What's up?
Hey,
Nia?
Hey, so I'm on the move, so I may cut in and out because I'm working right now.
Oh,
But
you hustling?
I was calling in about the trash dick.
Oh, okay.
Well, welcome.
Oh man!
Yeah, about the trash
So my thing is if sex is not good, then if we don't have a sexual connection, we don't have an emotional connection.
Goddamn right, Nakia.
Yes. Yes.
So if the sex is trash, we can't be together.
Well, how would you, because Fatima and Charlie are like, oh, you guys have to have a conversation. How would you bring this conversation to this trash dick individual?
would you ghost them or
here's
no?
what I've done in the past.
Oh, you've done it. Oh, so
you
you've had trash dick before, Nakia.
Yes, we've all had trash dick. I mean,
We all have, girl. We all have.
I have.
But what I had to explain, I
Me
had to
either,
try and
Charlie.
teach them what I liked, and I showed them videos of what I liked.
See?
Okay.
And
Can you email us
you know,
those
try
websites?
to
Yeah,
coerce
please.
them to do what I like, because you already know I'm gonna do what you like, because you done told me what you like, so I'm doing it.
Right.
But if you can't do what I like, when I'm telling you that I like this or I don't like that, and you want us to keep doing it, then we done.
Right. See,
Okay.
communication.
Right.
Right.
So you don't really say trash. You just be like,
Right.
"Oh, we're not."
Well,
Like this isn't working for
Yeah.
me. Let's try this, and let me show you examples
Okay.
of what to do.
Have you ever been so upset and be like, man, I wish I could take that pussy back?
I can't.
I shouldn't have given.
Oh,
That
I
means
wouldn't-
you need to slow your roll
What
down
does
before.
what does
before you-
HNS want to chime in with?
Yes.
I was gonna ask Nakia from the Bay, whatever happened to relationships and working through it and growing together?
Right, come on, man.
She just said
Well,
she would
here's the
communicate
thing.
with him.
Before, when
said
you're
she
in
gave
a
him
relationship with
stuff.
someone and you get into the relationship already knowing that things are great, or you not knowing that things are great, but you already know that you have that sexual connection. Now, if I can't have a sexual connection with you, I can't be in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm a sexual being.
I-
So
I understand what
in
you're
most
saying.
cases, if I can't get it from you, I gotta get it from somewhere else. And my fingers, my Hitachi, and my hand can only do so much.
Oh,
So let me ask y'all this, because I kind of go by this, and nobody's really not on my team. I say like, let's fuck first. And
No.
then, let me finish, and then go on a date. You know what I'm saying? Because
No.
then all the tension is out of the. Like, I think we could really vibe and enjoy that date.
No.
Because
Nah, because I can't.
Because
I
that's
can't
risky.
be on a date with. I can't have sex with someone and sex is good, and then they at the restaurant ordering a dakwai with something. You know, it just don't make sense. I can't be with someone who's not intelligent or has some kind of sense.
Oh,
no, I'm not saying like, no, I'm not saying on the first, like, we just met and I'm just like, hey, let's fuck, and then go on a date. I'm just saying, usually prior, like, you build up conversation before you go out on a date. But I'm like, usually, because you, in my opinion, you go when you're introducing yourself to somebody, it's based on lust. Like, I'm attracted to you because physically, I don't know nothing about you in your personal thing. So clearly I want to fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm physically attracted to you. So if we exchange information and we're talking and whatever, and we're vibing, to me, it's just like, oh, let's just make sure the sex is cool. Because then, like, we going on these dates, we invest in this time, and then we finally fuck, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
But
That's
that
all.
means
Like, do it
sex
first.
is at the
That's
top of
gonna
your
take-
priority, but it may not be at the top of their priority.
And that's going to put a lot of women at risk of just giving it away and
Right.
just being
That's
trash.
kinda seems like what's been going on.
Thank you, Whisper.
Yeah, or you get the worst is
I
when you
was
give it
asking
away and
opinion.
it's trash. I be want
Thank you,
to
Nakia.
fight it.
I
want to fight.
have a question for the panel. I would love it if Charlie can answer this question.
We'll let him go first.
Thank you. Can you tell the panel what is trash pussy?
It's hard to have trash pussy, but
I would know the answer to that. Well, fuck you, Nick.
I was-
But go ahead.
No. I said this is for the panel. I want Charlie to answer first.
I'm not as familiar. They're very. I don't.
Oh, that's what you married. Yeah, I forgot.
10
Oh, yeah,
years,
he's
right?
Smart
I've
answer.
been with my
Smart
wife for
answer,
10 years,
brother.
But still, like, yeah, I'm still human. You know what I'm saying?
So you haven't experienced trash. Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Chloe.
mean, it's a myth to me. I mean, maybe I'll be single one day and say, "Oh, this is the trash pussy I've been talking about."
Oh, no.
God damn, it really is some trash.
Yeah.
pussy. But
You lucky I've been
I don't know how
married.
that's right.
I don't think there can be trash pussy. I think
Of
there's-
course not.
unless it's a
I think
hygiene
women-
thing.
No,
Unless it's
unless
hygiene.
it's a
No,
hygiene,
no, whisper,
no.
whisper,
or,
whisper, whisper.
Or they're bad in bed.
Whisper.
They're just not
Let
good
him
at
give
it.
his
But that's
opinion.
that's trash pussy.
No,
If you're
no,
bad in bed.
Whisper. There's a very such thing as trash pussy.
Nick, you say.
It's,
you
listen,
say.
it's out there.
Because I'm gonna give you gay.
It's
I'm
affect-
gonna give
it's
you
a-
gay trash.
It's affecting the world. Okay, it's affecting me. Not anymore because
It's a
I'm
world
not out in the
epidemic.
streets. But I think a lot of times women often give themselves away too much. You know, so when you try to have that connection with the woman and you get up in there, I don't want to be too graphic on a Sunday, but you get up in there and
The
it's
Lord
shit
know
just
your
like a
heart.
hallway.
Yeah.
Cause you didn't, and then for men too. At least I know me.
Yeah.
If you're with a woman, especially and my brother can attest to this, after a certain amount of time, you know what that feels like.
Yeah.
And you know if it's been adjusted.
Yeah.
In any kind of way.
Men
And
are
that's the worst
men
feeling
are
in
so
the world.
precious. You
This
don't
is
know
real.
anything's been adjusted.
That's what you think.
Well, you can't notice any difference in y'all's man. Look, what if, ladies? What if
Yeah.
y'all every time y'all had sex
Unless he's
with your
much
man,
larger than you,
every time he had
you
sex,
don't know.
it turned a different color or something. You was like, "Hey, nigga, you did something else." You know what I'm saying? So there's differences and changes that could affect.
So when
the
you
pleasure,
notice
you know
that
what I'm
change,
saying?
do you make mention of it?
Who, me? I'm bouncing.
You just gonna leave?
I'm not sharing my pussy. I'm out, nigga.
Oh.
I don't share pussy.
Oh, so he knows it well.
Interesting.
I don't share. Yeah.
Wait a minute, somebody else done been down this hallway before. I'm out.
So and
Women have whole entire
can't.
babies, and then their vagina goes back.
Listen.
So you saying, "Oh, it's been somebody else. Somebody done opened a
Whisper.
window in here." Calm down.
Whisper.
So
Most
you wouldn't
most
say that's an ego thing?
Yeah,
most
for
women
sure.
don't. That's what you keep speaking for men, but most women
No,
don't
I'm
think.
asking.
No, I was talking to Whisper.
Oh.
most women don't think that there's such thing as trash vagina, which I understand. You know.
I said that too. I was like,
every woman thinks they got bomb vagina. I
right.
say that.
But like a lot of guys probably think they got bomb dick. That's not always true.
Yeah, that's
well, that sounds a little defensive, but I want you guys to tell me.
A little.
Women have bad vagina unless it's like a
hygiene,
unless it's
cleanliness.
hygiene, or they're just not good at it.
For
that's
yourself.
not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You keep saying that, but
Yeah,
I'm
but you
assuming
only
you've
can-
never actually been in vagina. In the physical sense, so I'm telling you from somebody who's been in
outside
it.
of your own.
Yeah, from somebody
No,
who.
like for real. You know what
Yeah, I
I'm
mean like in a
saying?
physical way.
I
So
can't
like.
speak for every.
Yeah, so like in a.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, I think that I honestly think that there is different types of.
But do you think that? Are you gonna answer my question?
What's your
like,
question?
Is that an ego thing?
100% not. It's not an ego thing. I can tell that somebody's been in the vagina.
No,
You
but
think that
you
that's like
bouncing.
evidence that she's cheating.
Yeah, like that's bouncing. Like, oh, she fucking somebody
No,
else.
Okay, I don't know kind of I don't know about anybody else on the panel, but me personally, I just don't really want to share that. That's a personal thing to me.
I get you.
So it wouldn't be an ego thing in that sense,
wants
like
to share.
right, but I wouldn't want to be in there. That's like a nigga asking to borrow my drawers or something. Nigga. Like I'm cool. Just
Going
certain.
behind some other man after he done came up in your most
Right.
personal sacred.
And then
space.
some
But
vagina.
you know for a fact it's from fucking somebody else.
Right,
Yeah.
but that's the whole thing. That would be the argument. Though, who's to say she just ain't sneaking a dildo in the house? You know what I'm saying?
How you know she ain't went to have some preventive care? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Whatever.
No, I'm just asking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said you don't think that's an ego thing because, like,
Yeah,
oh, you
definitely
immediately
is.
was like, you letting somebody else.
Well, we all know, you know, men are usually a lot less tolerable of any type of
As long as you're holding yourself accountable, that's
Yeah.
Men could cheat crazy and women like talk to a nigga for too long and they like, you hoe ass.
How dare you? Man, one time I remember my wife got into it years ago. She was
dare you
working
look
in the
at that
mall
nigga in the eye.
years ago, and I walked up on her. I said, What the fuck is going on here? She was talking to somebody in the mall. Yeah, you know, I guess somebody just stopped her or something like that. I said, What the fuck is going on? And to me, in the man's mind, it looked like it was 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, this
It was
nigga
30
laughing and
seconds.
shit. I was like, oh, okay. And we
Stupid.
had to have a long talk. She was like, I don't ever do nothing. He had just stopped me. And then I was just like, no, man. What the hell was y'all talking about? It take 2 seconds to tell this nigga you guys about. You know what I'm saying?
It take 2
Extra,
seconds.
so extra.
Coming
But
from the
man,
same
we are.
nigga
We're-
that's
we're
smiling
protected.
at bitches
And
at the
the
comedy
comments,
It's my job.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference.
just fucking
Here's the
with you.
difference. Is you have to understand what you signed up for and who you with and what you got. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's
So
what I'm
why would I
saying,
why would I
like,
try to date Whisper and then
so-
expect to now her not to
Okay,
be around guys?
with you making that point,
You know what I'm saying?
when I made my point about generally whoever I entertain, they're on my level. You know what I'm saying? If I'm holding a conversation with them, and I'm so like for me to say, let's have the sexual experience. I already know you're not an idiot. I already know you're not none of this because I've been talking to you. So like let's just. And then, like, low-key, always suggested because I've done it. And, like, the date was great because there wasn't no tension. Like, we just really had a good time. And then, you know, everybody's euphoric after you know what I'm saying? So,
But sexual attention isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, a lot of time usually be wasted, though, if the sex is bad.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't went on these dates. I didn't build a connection with you and this and that. And then we do it, and then I'm just like, damn.
Like, that was disappointing.
After all of this time.
I could have watched other paint dry.
Other paint dry. Trash.
Did the ladies express what bad sex is?
No, I'm sorry, no, they didn't. What?
I would love
what
to
is
hear
it?
that.
Yeah, what is that?
From
Like,
my
yeah.
point of view, as
Yes,
a,
please.
Because we brought this up
As
a
a
few
hoe?
times today about men having bad sex or the sex being bad or not compatible. So can we get an example what that is?
I absolutely hate when dudes just like there's no foreplay. They just go dive right into it and just think like
Just
they
missionary.
just beating it up like nigga. That's not doing anything. I don't know why men
ass cheeks super tight.
It feels really good to them. I guess all that friction, but us it's not great. And then I hate when niggas give you head and it's so much spit. Or they don't know what they're doing. Or the worst is when a nigga, I don't know why men think this, you rubbing your whole face.
Oh, no.
I'm just looking at you
Talk
like,
about it,
please
Whisper.
just
Talk
look
about
at
it.
this
Push your
down.
tongue and your fingers. Like, why is your whole
At this
face? It's
asshole.
too much. It's too
I
much.
just be looking at him. I'll be tapping him like, sir, excuse me, can you find the clip? Thank you.
I feel your nose bone.
I don't know who is telling him that. telling them like, I'm gonna just rub my face against the clit 25,000 times. He was like, oh, please.
Your
get off
forehead
me.
is pressing in my pelvis.
But again, he hasn't had enough communication with women
Oh,
to know
yes.
that maybe
So
that's not a
no,
word.
I'm gonna
was just
second
watching you
everything
on the
Will
internet.
Smith
Wait,
said.
and I've also
That
had a
was
dude.
hilarious.
I've also had a dude wrap his leg around me, like after,
Wait a
like
minute.
after it's done. You know, you laying there. He like wrapped his leg around me and crossed my leg, and like, I was just like, get off of me! You trying to cuddle? He was just like.
Oh my
Like a spooning you?
Yeah,
You put it on him.
No. I'm sitting straight like this,
Right.
and he is cuddling the side of me, wrapped around, and got his leg thrown over me.
Maybe that's how he's falling
He
asleep.
needs some
Shit.
love. He wants some love. That's all.
We
got a call. Hello, caller. How are you?
Hi, Young Guns Comedy. How are you all doing?
Good.
Yes,
Good.
ma'am.
How are you?
I'm doing well. This is Seymour.
What's up,
Hey,
Seymour?
Seymour, what's up?
It is refreshing to hear the young brother on the panel talk about, how great the sex not being the thing that's causing you to want to be with the person. Because I'm sure a lot of, I think Whisper has shared, she met a guy that had some good teams, but then everything else about him was trash. You know what I'm saying? So what do you prefer? Can you handle, he has good dick, but he doesn't work, and he's like, it's like having a child, versus, okay, his penis is not so great, but he's handling business. It's something we can work on.
Dang it. It's like all you want
So
is
I
the
like
balance.
how Charlotte was saying you can't let pleasure lead your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have balance.
That's true.
Absolutely.
That's very true.
And I feel a problem with today, though. Excuse me. I know it's Sunday, so I'm just going to keep it like this. Nick, please don't judge me.
Keep it a
You
stack.
can't. Everybody's trying to leave with their penis and pussy.
Right.
There is no real connection.
Right.
And sex is more mental than it is physical. So
Amen.
I don't know.
True.
But it was just refreshing to hear Charlie, a man, say that. Because usually as females, we're the emotional ones who want to have that connection. But to hear him say
Seymour,
that,
now
you should want more.
that's all his
Seymour.
wife.
Yeah.
Shout out to Seymour.
She has molded him into the man he is.
I got a lot of experience.
Sure.
That's all it
And
is.
Charlie, where are you from? I'm from Louisiana.
Oh,
where are you
snap.
from?
I'm from Shreveport.
I'm from Shreveport.
Oh,
Shut your
snap.
mouth.
We didn't got personal. I went to Huntington. Sis, what's up?
Get on back to the discussion. Praise the Lord. And, it's just refreshing.
Thank you, Seymour.
Shout out
Appreciate you.
Seymour.
I feel like she gathered me together. I feel like she was like, let me get her together right now.
got it
It's
now.
true.
But
It's
you also
anybody
feel-
that's back- it's piggybacking on that Southern folk
yeah.
thing too. We
Yeah.
from the South, so we just
No,
I'm
I agree.
totally-
You guys are raised totally different.
Yeah,
y'all like a little bit more open minded to not
Oh,
just
there you go.
the new generation, but just the new
It's a-
time.
no,
We are a
it's
little
a-
more open minded.
no, we
We're just
just-
like
yeah.
Yeah.
because I feel like that sex thing could just be great, but it could just be great sex.
Exactly.
That doesn't
It had
mean you're
nothing
gonna
else.
get all the other
Right.
things that you may need in a partner.
Right.
Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna have that great sex, and then you're gonna run up on somebody who's really a boss. You're gonna run up on somebody who's really like, no, I'm for you. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, damn, I got that
But you
sex, but not that
stigmatized, so
mental.
you're like,
Yeah,
well,
maybe
I
not
also
that
want to
mental.
say, like, for me personally, like growing up in California, like you guys saw like more family dynamics
Right,
than
right,
we
right.
saw. You know what I'm saying? As far as relationships, like it was somebody around y'all that had a relationship and showed you how a woman should treat a man.
Will
and a
Smith on The
man-
Fresh Prince. We were just talking about Uncle Phil and
Yeah.
Bill. That's what we saw.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Not to say like, I had some aunts and uncles and stuff, but I wasn't around them consistently enough to get
To see what that looks like.
to get the things that a lot of I feel people who were raised in the South get. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's also because like we're so eclectic here. We have a lot
Yeah, no, it's definitely out there. But I feel like it's almost a gift and a curse coming from the South because we saw that. We knew that was the goal, and we all wanted it. Like, my parents divorced when I was, my daughter's age. You know what I'm saying? 7 years old, 8 years old. They split. But in my mind, I always kind of knew, like, I'm supposed to have somebody with a family. This is supposed to be, we got to figure it out or whatever with the whoop. And here I go with the whoop-de-whoop stuff. That's the Southern shit coming out. Y'all don't say that shit out here? You be hearing that whoop-de-whoop?
No, not out here. Back home.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
But yeah, man, it's just all the time we didn't spend going back and forth and communicating this relationship, man. Now I'm just kind of like,
No,
I
that's
already
good
can
that you
imagine.
invested that time. Like I love black love. Like I'm happy you and your wife, and I watch your little videos. Like, oh,
But it's a day-to-day process, man. We ain't by any means like got it figured out by any means or perfect or anything like that. But we just, we've been through a lot of shit together and we got a lot of history together, and we both recognize that that's valuable. We
So
both
big.
recognize that our daughter is valuable. So we try to, that's why every night, we'll talk for sometimes just an hour. Like, fellas, like, you just got to be patient. Like, if she worth it and you love her or whatever with you, sometimes you just got to have those hard discussions. So I just want to encourage everybody to just
if you really love, if that's who you want to be with, like, I think you'll take that time to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Have these conversations. But if it's somebody you just not.
Right.
Then, everybody just got to be mindful, like, everybody ain't for everybody.
Exactly.
Like, if you want to have a conversation and they don't, maybe that's not your person. Right.
Exactly. That's the key, though, is having someone who's willing to listen. Just like, again, it's the fourth time going back to what Fitzsimmons said, trying to communicate where those changes need to be, because if they love you enough and this is the right person, then they'll make those changes. But I feel like if you have sex too soon, you don't know whether or not how willing they are to give you anything.
I'm not
except for sex, which a lot of people would give you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know I'm different.
Yeah.
Well, this has been wonderful.
Hey.
But we got to start to wrap this up. So, Charlie, give your info, sir, please.
Hey, follow me on the gram, Charlie Wilson TV. Every Friday, we open mic spot. Meet me there. It's going down. Hot show.
You can find me, Whisper Washington Comedy, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And I will be consistently dropping funny videos and shows for you to come see me live.
All right.
You can follow me at _KAYDOTT. On Instagram, it's just Karina Wells. On Facebook, I'll be going to the open mic spot. Are they open tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'll go there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put up some videos. I'm going to get a Whisper here to help me with my YouTube page, because I'll be on some Martin shit. I'm kind of old. My social media ain't up to par.
All right, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Fatima_Ming, FATIMA_MING. Also, please follow us at Young Guns of Comedy on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, Facebook too, same thing. Also, remember to tune in tomorrow because Speedy will be here because he's off from work. So they're going to be Speedy and Friends tomorrow, 11-ish to 3-ish, whenever they get around to getting in here, because that's just how it go.
The replay.
Yeah.
No, it's a show.
It's a live show.
No, I said the replay for us.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be Wednesday at 11 a.m., I believe. This show will re-air, so you guys can catch it then or catch it again. So we will leave you guys with the word of the week, which is going to be, don't get caught up in the opinions of others. Yes, it's human nature to want to be liked and accepted. However, this can lead to worrying too much about what others think.
I thought it was a word.
Oh,
you meant like a word.
That's hilarious.
Hater. Let me finish. Damn it.
No, my nigga, you be over here reading.
I'm motivating the people. Can I live?
Can we get some hood quotes?
Anyway, no, that's not what this is.
Like, keep your head up, homie. Like, keep this
no,
spit that real.
we ain't doing that.
The
Anyway,
beautiful diamond in the rainbow.
the longer it takes, the longer to get the hell out of here. So,
right, the girl.
Anyway,
read your little spiritual.
So, make a conscious effort to do what I'm doing, not giving a damn by what other people think. Let yourself be free. Once you give up catering to other people's opinions and thoughts, you will discover who you truly are, and that freedom will be like taking a breath for the very first time. So just do you. Don't worry about other people's opinions. Thank y'all for tuning in today, and allegedly we'll be back next Sunday at 1 o'clock. But thank y'all for watching, but we out of here.
Fatima was caught up.
Look hard, but you really soft. Even my TT has set it off. String around his tech like a tetherball. Treat him like Pokemon and catch them all. Hop a gate, hit the stairs, out on bail. Call hit me, then I fail. Fuck 12. I ain't got shit for sale, it's just a smell. 40 Glock got a tail and I ain't got no else. I don't like your kind. Chop a 10 nigga down, that's macho size. Yeah, I gotta cross my T's and dot my I's. Yeah, I gotta keep the 10s away from the 5. Been off the porch since 13. P89, 45s and Glock 19s. Hot beam. Bitch, I'm shining. Them niggas lie, say they fly. They ain't got no wing, no string. They don't call no shots. Them niggas lie, they high. They ain't on no blocks, no chops. We don't call no cops, no ops. Eat in the hood, nigga, we throw shots. Who hot? Yeah, shake on my two sides. Hate niggas. Uncle Ruckus off bone dots. Lame niggas. Start problems, then they move out. Lame niggas. Start problems, then they move out. Bitch. Oh!
biggest celebrities on their journey to the top. Before the Fame. Hi everybody, welcome to Before the Fame, and I'm your host, Mike Sherman. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to interview some of the biggest names in sports, music, and entertainment, all before they were really famous. So that got me thinking, how about I produce a new show called Before the Fame, where it all began. So over the next 30 minutes, you guys are gonna come on a journey with me to see if we can track down those big superstars we once knew so well, and talk to the people that were there before their rise to the top. Which brings us to today's featured guest, three-time world heavyweight champion, Iron Mike Tyson. Mike was not only the most ferocious heavyweight champion of all time, he's also an actor, a writer, and now a businessman. But before we get to all that good stuff, let's go out to Los Angeles, California, where I'm sitting down with the son of boxing superstar Sugar Ray Leonard, Ray Jr., to talk about Mike's early years. Let's take a look. What's up, dog? You watching?